takes a deep breath. And Macclesfield kick off. What an opportunity for Slough. Can they reach the FA Cup third round for the first time in their long distinguished history? It's their 9th time in the second round. Can they reach the third round for the first time? Well, we'll find out in the next 90 minutes. If not, then it'll be extra time and penalties this afternoon.
Today is cloudy with outbreaks of rain, turning heavy through the afternoon,
trying to win the ball back,
but it will turn dry in the evening with clouds beginning to clear.
Quick across the ground here, because it's Therese Dyce who's trying to close things down out to the right-hand side of Macclesfield with a shot and it balloons out off the defender and out of play. Therese Dyce with the block and it's spun out of play for a Macclesfield corner on the right-hand side. Lewis Fenson causing the bother down the
tomorrow will begin partly cloudy with spells of rain. The afternoon will be drier, but will continue mostly cloudy with just a few brighter breaks around. Spells of rain possible in the evening, and it will be breezy, but with a maximum temperature of 13 in Basingstoke and 14 in Slough.
By the rain that's falling. Right, Sam Heathcote's across there to strike the corner in for Macclesfield. There's a replica FA Cup just behind him in the crowd. Here's Heathcote, knocks it beyond the far post. It's going to drop in the 6-yard box, and the keeper there, Adam Dubois, grabs and falls. And there you've got an idea, Adi, of just how big these two teams are. I mean, they are colossal aerial targets, aren't they, in that 6-yard box?
I would say 4 or 5, if not half a dozen players. By the way,
a long ball downfield, and the keeper had to watch it carefully. The keeper spilt it. A free kick to the keeper for Macclesfield, who had a bit of a stinker under it, and Max Dearnley watched it bounce. I was wondering whether he'd read the bounce correctly, because a long kick downfield, one bounce and into Max Dearnley's hands. He should have done much better. He looked quite nervous, didn't he, the way he went for that?
You wouldn't want that as your first touch, would you? Slippery conditions, away from home, FA Cup, TV cameras, radio stations, all the press here, and the first time you touch the ball you drop it. I think he got away with one there. Keep an eye on Adam Dubois, the goalkeeper for Slough Town. When he takes a goal kick to him off the deck, watch his run up. I think he's Usain Bolt. He's the quickest goalkeeper I ever see run into.
Slough, offside flag goes up.
Run in to take a goal kick. Honestly, it's incredible. And he punts it. It's almost like an American footballer. He punts it, all the way. He really does. He has to start taking it off because he's such a big kicker. But that's not a bad thing, Camp him in their half early doors.
Oh, he definitely got Max Dearnley thinking about it, didn't it? Early on in his own penalty area, having to receive that long kick downfield. 2.5 minutes gone here at Arbour Park. Slough Town 0, Macclesfield 0. Here's a kick for Dearnley into the Slough half they go, and it was through in the direction of Rhys Greenwich. Ball over the top, now out to this right hand side. Slough in possession again, trying to shift the ball over the halfway line, and it's a foul, and Slough have a free kick. The player that was tripped up, Therese Dyche, there just in front of us. Not that we can really see, because we've got fans all around us, standing on the stairway and standing around the patio that's behind us by these glass doors, by the hospitality.
I'm standing now. If you can't beat them, join them. Scully Davies has got the ball. Watch this for quality.
Right-footed. He's a couple of yards in from the left-hand touchline, just inside the Slough half. Scotty Davis's first contribution, strikes the ball in to level with the far post, edge of the Macclesfield penalty box. There's a little flick on. They're asking for a corner, but it's going to be a goal kick to Macclesfield. So that one coming to nothing, but he put it in the right area.
That was like being at Wentworth on the second tee, taking a 3-wood. Exactly where he wanted it, it was.
Yeah, just floated it in, level with the far post. And he has got some aerial targets there, so should get some joy. Rhys Greenwich, by the way, I'm told is no relation to the rather more famous Greenwich from Berkshire. Gordon Greenwich, the West Indian opening batter from the 1980s, was from Reading. And there was a rumour going around at one stage that Rhys Greenwich was his grandson, but apparently that is not correct. So he is no relation to Gordon Greenwich. You remember Gordon Greenwich?
Oh, do I remember Gordon Greenwich?
He and Desmond Haynes were the West Indies opening batters at the time, and Greenwich was from Reading. But Rhys Greenwich plays for Guyana. He's 29 years old. I remember watching him play for Bolton, actually, during the pandemic. He played for Bolton for a while.
We won't mention cricket so early on the Sunday.
Not this Sunday.
Hammered at the Gabba.
Yeah, again. Not a happy hunting ground over the years for England. Here is Slough on the halfway line. It's cleared up by Macclesfield, and it'll be a header away. Slough holding Macclesfield on the edge of their box, and it rolls through to Adam Dubois. Yes, he does. He runs fast.
Look at that.
And it's gone long, and the striker there, and the keeper for Macclesfield has to come a yard out of his penalty box to head it away from trouble. Slough on the attack now, just inside the Macclesfield half. Now go back into their own half. Another long ball, worth chasing. Is the flag going up? Yes, it is. The flag has gone up against Victor Makowski, who went too early. But yeah, that was a good strike, and it was perfectly weighted from the keeper, Adam Dubois, there, wasn't it? The Macclesfield keeper had to come a yard out of his box and head it clear.
The thing, what happens, Tim, with this artificial surface, when it bounces, it doesn't skip through like on grass. You know, we've had a lot of rain, so you'd expect when the ball bounces, particularly when it's travelled 70 yards, that it would skip through, but it doesn't. It holds up, so it's perfect.
Well, it's very different from the plastic pitches of the of yesteryear, isn't it? The ones that you may have played on at Loftus Road or at Oldham, Boundary Park. Where else did we have?
Preston.
Yeah, there were a few plastic pitches around the place, weren't there? And they were really bouncy, whereas this one, it holds up rather than skips on.
Exactly. Well, they were like playing on the car park.
Yes, exactly.
You know, the top playground at school. That's what we used to say, because they were absolutely rock hard. At least there is a little bit of give on these new 3G pitches.
Right, here's another free kick. This time it's much deeper. Scott Davis in his own half. Rolls it short this time, gets it back, a bit close to the halfway line. Knocks it from the right, floats it in towards the front line. Here are Slough in possession. What's that, handball? Yeah. I didn't see that. I was the wrong side of the player, mind you, but it looked like chested it down quite cleanly, I thought there, Therese Clark.
No arguing, so maybe the referee got it spot on.
Yeah, maybe. What do we think of the all-white Macclesfield look?
Not a lover of it.
No, me neither.
Break it up with something.
Yeah, it's
like my white Versace suit, isn't it, in the wardrobe? You've got to break it up with a brown belt.
Okay. Here's a long kick downfield. Slough need to deal with it, and they do, on the edge of their own penalty box. Cleared up towards the halfway line. Challenges fly in front of us. There's another challenge as Slough try and keep possession. And it's been given Macclesfield's way in front of the technical areas here. So Macclesfield with a throw. Fensom will take the throw. Infield, 5 yards. Neat touch back to him. And here's ball forward. 50-50 in the air. Neither team convincingly win it. And it's really scrappy, isn't it? Here's Greenwich coming forward to head it up towards the halfway line. And this is the ball out of play for a Macclesfield throw. That was a scrappy passage of play, wasn't it?
John Rooney, the Macclesfield manager, nice little touch. You reckon Wazzers, his older brother's watching today?
You'd hope so, wouldn't you?
Could be here.
Could be.
Working for the BBC now.
John Rooney, younger brother of Wayne. He's 34 years old, John Rooney. He was at Everton until 2002 as a player. Then he went to Macclesfield and Chester and Wrexham and Stockport and Oldham. And he replaced Robbie Savage as the Macclesfield manager. Here come Slough now down the left-hand side. Is that a foul? Yes, it is. A shove from Fensom and a free kick to Slough. And this will be Scott Davis, you'd have thought. His opportunity to knock in another free kick, would it be? No, not. I suppose he stays central. If maybe clear it up and have a shot.
I think so.
The plan?
If it comes out.
Yes.
Anything from about 25 to 60 yards.
100, 5, 100.
Well, he's on the edge of the centre circle at the moment.
That's doable.
The Macclesfield defenders all lined up on top of their penalty box. Johnny Goddard is out on this left-hand side to knock in the free kick. It's a yard in from the touchline. Here comes Goddard from the left. Strikes in the free kick. He's headed away and out. First to react will be Tariq Gideray. He knocks in the cross from the right-hand side and the keeper's underneath it. His handling isn't convincing, is it? He's got awkward hands, Max Deanley. Under pressure from the Slough strikers. He did catch it cleanly, but awkwardly at the same time. Does that make sense?
It does make sense. Awkward hands as opposed to soft hands that you often say.
Yeah, strong hands, really, isn't it, what you want?
Cricket, I'm talking about soft hands.
Well, I don't like soft hands. I
Do you
strong
not?
hands, yeah.
What, even in cricket?
Yeah, we don't use soft hands anymore.
Oh, was it the game? No wonder we're getting battered.
Yeah, we dropped 5 catches in the second innings, but we don't talk about soft hands. Strong hands.
Okay, you need soft hands when you're putting.
Here's the... Yeah, don't do a lot of that when you're playing cricket. Through the centre circle, it's Macclesfield in possession. Down the left they go. Some defending to do for Gideray this time. Holds Macclesfield on the corner of the penalty box. Macclesfield still with possession. There's a player in a lot of space there. Fenton will be annoyed he didn't get it because he had so much space 25 yards out, central position. And Macclesfield popping the ball around quite comfortably on their left-hand side. 10 minutes gone. FA Cup second round. BBC Radio Berkshire. Adi Williams and Tim Della. Here comes a cross from Macclesfield, which Dubois will comfortably catch. Slough Town 0, Macclesfield 0.
I've got one of those new Garmin watches, right?
Oh, yeah.
And it tells you everything, doesn't it? Tells you absolutely everything. And when the ball goes to Dubois, I reckon my heart rate goes up because he runs and he gets me excited. He looks excited. He's manic. He's everything I want a goalkeeper to be on a day like today, wearing his heart on the sleeve. And I'm sure my heart rate and blood pressure goes up when he gets the ball. I'm going to check the old Garmin in a minute.
Okay. Well,
so I know when he's had the ball because my old peaks up.
Keep a track of your heart. As long as it keeps on beating for 90 minutes, I'm all right.
Fingers crossed.
Yes.
Don't want to go to extra time just in case.
Here's the ball forward. Nice touch from Macclesfield. Out to the left-hand side. Slough on the run here, in towards the penalty box. They're now in the penalty box. Here comes the cross. There's a decent delivery beyond the back post. No, it's just gone in front of Gidere, who peels off to keep it in play on that far right-hand side. Gidere next to the corner flag, trying to take on the defender. Nice little drag back, but not enough power on it, so Macclesfield can step in and clear up to the halfway line on their left-hand side, and Slough need to get defenders back quickly. Here's Scott Davis with a clever header into some space, then can collect the ball himself and knock it down the touchline. Just as he was doing that, he was tripped, and it'll be a free kick to Slough inside their half. But some promise there from Slough down the left, getting the cross in.
Decent cross as well. He just wanted someone at the back post. A little bit too much weight on it possibly, but opportunities are there, Tim. Whether it's a long punt from Slough Town's goalkeeper Dubois or getting down behind the flanks. I mean, it's a mismatch, isn't it, in terms of physicality out here with the Macclesfield captain, is it Friesen, and the Slough Town striker.
Here come Slough on their right-hand side, this time up level with the top of the penalty box, trying to find the space to cross. That's a nice bit of manoeuvring of the ball. Needs to knock the cross in now. Across the face of the goal, and someone needed to apply the finishing touch. It flashes across the face of the Macclesfield goal. No Slough striker there to divert it into the back of the net, and it remains 0-0.
I think it was a shot at the end of the day. It was too much pace on it to be a cross. I think he got excited. He did really, really well, and then you just need that composure, don't you, just to put a decent ball in the box and say, go on son, go and get on the end of that. He hammered it across the far post, didn't give any of the strikers a chance. I think it was a shot in the end, well wide.
Yeah, it went out for a throw, and it's going to be bouncing back up to the halfway line. Scott Davis goes back to the goalkeeper, Adam Dubois. How's your heart rate, Adi? Here's Dubois now, right foot, lashes it forward. One for Macclesfield to get beneath. He jumps but can't win the ball. Slough do win it back in midfield. The busy midfielder Jacob Borgness, the player who's on loan from Reading, winning it back. Here's another ball flash downfield.
08031 333 is the number to WhatsApp. Start your message with
up the left-hand side for Slough. They carry it over the halfway line now. The powerful run of Therese Deitch, who wants a free kick, wants something, doesn't get anything apart from an earful of abuse from a couple of the Macclesfield players as he fell over there. Here's a great pass in. He's onside. Slough in attack. Then there's a foul, and this will be Scott Davis territory. 25 yards out. The foul on the Slough striker. The referee immediately surrounded. Is he going to give a yellow card for the challenge? We'll have to wait and see. But that was good from Slough. The ball forward to Macclesfield was really elegant.
Well, it all started from Scotty Davies. You called it in commentary, Tim. He opened himself up and hit a left foot first time ball out to the left fullback here, which basically set Slough on their way, and they've got their rewards. They've got a free kick maybe 25, 28 yards out. Scotty Davies will definitely take this. I really do fancy him at least to hit the target. I keep mentioning Reading Football Club, Lewis Wing. Over the years at Reading we've had some great players from set plays. Simon Osborne, Kevin Watson, Kevin Dillon. Now we've got Lewis Wing. Slough, Scotty Davies.
There's a bit of a problem here for the Slough player who took the hit. We'll identify him in a minute. He's just lying down receiving treatment from two Slough physios, but he looked really upset, didn't he, as if he was worried his afternoon might be over already.
It's his right ankle, I think they're looking at.
He did take a hit there, didn't he?
Yeah, I actually, with the referee in fairness, I didn't think it was a booking. I think it was an honest attempt, and I don't think that the lad's hurt himself through the contact of the tackle. I think he's landed awkwardly.
15 minutes of the game gone. Slough Town 0, Macclesfield 0.
He's all right. Body language. He's fine.
Yeah, I think he is actually. Just easing himself back up. A little bit of a hop. And will now need to head to the touchline, spend 30 seconds off the pitch. And during that 30 seconds, Scott Davis will try and put Slough ahead. He won't get many free kicks in this sort of range in the afternoon, will he? If he's lucky, he'll get 4 or 5
maximum, but
he's more likely to get 2 or 3.
He will see this as half a chance. That's how good he is.
So he places the ball down. Can he stick his trusty right foot through the ball and pop the ball into the top corner? 15 and a half minutes gone here at Arbour Park, FA Cup second round.
You can't change your mind. Don't change your mind.
0-0. 4-man wall just outside the penalty box for Macclesfield. Here comes Slough. Scott Davis hits the top of the wall, bounces back out. Davis runs across to the left-hand side, keeps the ball in play, and he'll settle for a throw. And he grimaces. He knows that was an opportunity missed.
It is for someone of Scotty's quality. Still got possession.
Yeah, Slough level with the top of the Macclesfield penalty box. Go down the left-hand side. Trying to get it under control there is Goddard. And he settles for another Slough throw nearer the corner flag. They're all packed in, aren't they? The spectators, 4 or 5 rows deep, standing behind the Macclesfield goal.
Do you miss this?
Oh, yeah, I love this, don't you?
Oh, I do. I love it. You know, driving in, I was enjoying it. Like I say, I went past the train station. It was rammed. Lots of banter on the way to the game.
Here comes the throw. Slough take it. They're heading back to the halfway line. In a tight spot there. Macclesfield have done well, defended that well. Played back over the halfway line to Scott Davis, who's quickly closed down. Some athletic closing down by Louis Lacey. And his through ball, Scott Davis has had good intention about it. There's talking of intent. What about that for some defending from the young Slough defender there? He ran straight through, won the ball, took the Macclesfield striker by surprise, didn't he?
He had to win that. That was definite booking if he didn't get the ball. Great tackle. Particularly on 3G,
Yeah. Well, it does change how you play a bit, doesn't it? It changes your balance and you're aware of the landing being a bit more uncomfortable, aren't you? So
one person when I left school at 15, joined Reading as a YTS lad. Good defenders stay on their feet. Good defenders don't have to get dirty.
Especially on this. Here's the win for Slough on the halfway line. Very good play from Slough. Winning the ball as a tangle with a cameraman there for the Slough player who produced the magic on the right hand side. They've got a throw there. Did you see that, Adi?
I did. He'll be on telly, won't he?
Well, he certainly will be. He was embroiled with the camera operator on the halfway line.
Great skill, wasn't it?
It was brilliant skill. It took 2 Macclesfield defenders out of the game, didn't it?
They play a very high line. They're always looking to keep the Slough Town strikers in an offside position. I think sometimes if you keep a high line like that, all it takes is a midfield to run behind someone with a bit of quality, thread it through, then you're in a one-on-one.
So Slough with a free kick right on the far touchline, level with the top of the Macclesfield penalty box. 18 minutes gone, no goals. In comes the free kick then from the right-hand side. The delivery is beyond the far post. Up go the Slough attackers to meet it. Wasn't a very accurate header from Greenwich. He did win it and he gets it back out to the right-hand side though, from where the free kick was taken. Here comes another delivery into the box, and this time it's not a good free. The delivery was overhit, wasn't it? Way overhit, and it's out for a goal kick, which is a shame because Goddard, having got into that position, should have done better.
Even after sort of 19 minutes, Tim, you can tell that this game is there for the taking. You know, Macclesfield will probably say the same, but if you're a Slough fan, if you're Scotty Davies, if you're looking at this game right now after 19 minutes, it's one of those games, if you don't win it, it's slipped you by, because this is definitely winnable.
So, goal kick for Macclesfield. 0-0 at Arbour Park. The rain has stopped, which is good news. It was raining quite hard at the kick-off. A couple of umbrellas up, so maybe my eyes are deceiving me. Here's the header forward from the Slough defender. Ball comes back all the way through to Adam Dubois. Oh, actually, it didn't get all the way there, and Scott Davis, the player manager, was having a good conversation with the goalkeeper there. Down the left-hand side goes Slough, trying to hold the ball. Defender jumps in and rolls it out of play for the Slough throw. Have they got a long throw specialist in their ranks, Slough?
I don't think so. I don't think I can remember a long throw being launched against Altrincham in the first round.
Deitch with the throw. Gets
all back in, isn't it? Long throws in the Premier League. Bring it on.
Yeah. It wasn't very good from Slough. They had an opportunity to create something. It created nothing there. Out of play for a Macclesfield throw. So 20 minutes gone. John Rooney down there next to where this throw's being taken, chewing the gum. He's slighter than his older brother, isn't he? Here's the clearance. Adam Dubois bangs a long ball downfield. Makowski tries to put pressure on the goalkeeper. Worth keep chasing that, I reckon, after the goalkeeper's early handling.
Yeah, he doesn't look 100% convincing for me.
No.
I'd keep testing him.
Yeah, just keep chasing in the hope that he spills one. Here is Slough on the ball now. Over the halfway line. Tariq Clark takes it out to the left-hand side. Shifting the ball forward to Deitch. Deitch next to the penalty. Oh, that's a great ball. What a cross that is from the left-hand side for Slough. And again, it goes flashing along the 6-yard box line and out for a Macclesfield throw on the far side. But that was brilliant wing play from the player on this left-hand side. It just moved into space to Rhys Deitch brilliantly, didn't he?
You will not see a better cross all day, honestly, in the FA Cup, not just this fixture, but throughout the country. That was like, go on and go and get on the end of that. You know, someone like you were talking about Wayne Rooney, Tim. You know, he would have loved to see balls whiz through, you know, the 6-yard area like that back in his prime. But it was a brilliant ball in the box.
It's the way he went past the fullback as well, in a classic wing style, wasn't it? Right, Macclesfield have got an overload here. Out to the right-hand side, they stretch play. Opportunity for Lewis Fenson to cross. He does. Slough clear. Now clear right up to the halfway line. Can they win the ball? No, they can't. The Macclesfield defenders are good on the ball there, on the halfway line. Neat and tidy. Slough trying to win the ball back. Crossfield pass. You can see what he was trying to do there. James Edmondson hit it sweetly, but it flew out of play on that far side, and it'll be a Slough throw. But some excitement there, Ady. Some quality.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I actually did give Scully Davies a ring at 9:30 this morning, right? Just to wish him luck.
Yeah.
And do you know what he said to me? He said, "Are you at the ground already?"
He said, "Delete my number."
I said, "I'm early. I'm always early, but I'm not there yet." And I did talk about the lad Josh Kay. There's a midfielder from Macclesfield called Josh Kay. He's injured. And I said to him, Scott, I've seen him a few times and he's definitely the playmaker. He said, if he's injured, it will certainly benefit us today. And he isn't playing, which is a massive plus for Slough Town. I don't even think he's on the bench. So, you know, Josh Kay is a good player for Macclesfield. These teams, Tim, you know, in the National League South and the National League, they're full of ex-pros, aren't they?
Yes, yeah, littered around the pitch. One of them now, Scott Davis, who you were on the phone to. Oh, you didn't wake him up?
No.
And puts the ball down and prepares the free kick from the edge of the centre circle inside the Slough half. Quarter of the game gone. Here comes Scott Davis. He goes long and it's going to go. Well, what a strike from his own half, inside his own half. He's landed it on the stadium roof above the goal, which Max Durney would have been worried about there. He saw him off his line and thought, well, I'll try a cheeky chip. He does strike a ball well, doesn't he?
Did you see the goalkeeper's reaction for about 5 yards? He really panicked.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Keep him on his toes. What a good thing to do.
Yeah, he just overhit it. And especially with the goalkeeper's handling, because the best he would have done is parry it down, and who knows who would have been on the scraps.
Well, I'm thinking more that Macclesfield keep a high line, so the goalkeeper tries to play as a sweeper.
Yes.
If he knows that Scully Davis has got a 60-yard rocket in his tank, in his locker, he won't be able to play as a sweeper. He'll have to drop deeper.
60 or 60 plus. That was extraordinary effort, wasn't it, from his own half.
I've never been able to kick a ball like that, even in my prime.
Well, not many players can.
I could head it that far, but I could never kick it.
Here's the Macclesfield defence clearing it up on the left-hand side. Challenge comes in on the Macclesfield midfielder, and it will be a free kick to Macclesfield. You heard the big cheer from the Macclesfield fans on that far side as the collision happened, and the referee Aaron Farmer quick to award Macclesfield a free kick. So over there is Sam Heathcote. He seems to be the dead ball specialist for Macclesfield.
Bit of a trek on a Sunday, 12:30 from Macclesfield, isn't it?
Yeah, I think they came down last night. In fact, a few of the Macclesfield fans flew down this morning to Heathrow from Manchester Airport, so I'm told.
Mind you, Plymouth-Bradford yesterday was quite interesting in the Championship, in League One, I should say.
Yeah, it's a steady trip.
650 mile.
Here comes the ball into the Slough penalty box, and a really heavy touch from Danny Elliott of Macclesfield. Out of play it goes for a goal kick. Bit of a let-off for Slough there. Sharper touch from Elliott, and they'd have been in a bit of bother.
Yeah, it was a poor ball as well, to be honest. Sometimes those poor balls can sort of... as defenders, catch you out a little bit, because you're waiting for an aerial duel and an aerial battle, and all of a sudden he's miskicked it, and a better touch. And I think he was on the one-on-one with Dubois, but thankfully it was. Who are you giving it the thumbs up with?
Slough club captain Henry Ochen. He's injured, but spent a bit of time with him on Friday.
Best buddies, eh?
Well, we all are, aren't we? I didn't phone him at 9:30 this morning, though. Here's the header forward, and it's a good effort from Macclesfield to try and get on the end of it. He went down hoping for a free kick. The Macclesfield player stays down, and it is a physical battle. The challenges are going in. Here, Slough tidying up. Davis knocks it downfield. Underneath it is the Macclesfield defender. Slough win it back on the halfway line. Through to the goalkeeper. Dearnley it goes. Another knock downfield. Scott Davis underneath it. The header up to the halfway line. It's difficult to call who's in the ascendancy in this game. There's not much in it. It's a pretty well balanced contest so far, isn't it? 26 minutes gone. You'd be brave to call one of the teams stronger than the other at this stage.
I think Slough would be winning on points.
Just maybe.
If it was a boxing match.
There's not much in it though, is there?
No, there isn't.
Very finely balanced between the National League North team, Macclesfield, and the National League South team, Slough.
I bet you never thought you'd see Scotty Davies playing as a centre-half, did you?
No. Although, actually, you look at it, he's got everything he needs there, hasn't he? He's got his size, he heads it well. Brilliant on the ball, obviously. So, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah?
Oh, dear. That was Dubois trying to get round the ball and kick it right-footed downfield, and it wasn't a very good roll back to him. Needed a bit of calm there. So Macclesfield have got a throw in front of their fans on the far side, in front of the St Joseph Catholic High School, the big building that dominates this ground on the far side. I think there's a shout for handball against the Slough defender there. It's like ambitious from the Macclesfield fans. Here's the header forward from Slough's Tariq Clark. Out to the right hand side it goes. Another throw. It's just tempo's gone a little bit, hasn't it, in the last couple of minutes?
Do you know how I've read it? I think Slough have been pretty good until the final third, and I think Macclesfield have been fairly decent until the final third. Both sets of strikers are letting me down at the moment. There doesn't seem to be any real power up front for either team at the moment, Tim. Would that be fair?
Yeah, I think that's fair so far.
Defence is on top.
Well, here is Macclesfield trying to put that right. Out on the right-hand side, the ball goes. Lewis Fensom moves it down there, right-hand side. In support now, he's got the runner, but Slough bring a quick halt to that attack. Here's Fensom again. Played in field. And Slough win it back. It's really scrappy, isn't it? That's a nice bit of skill though in central midfield. And now can he find the pass? Slough, yes they can, out to the left-hand side. I don't know if he meant that, but it was absolutely brilliant on this left-hand side from Ruben Shakpole, who's not really got involved so much so far, but that was a lovely touch and run down the left, wasn't it?
It was very nice.
He's playing wide on the left and Macclesfield playing more central. And here's the clearance up to the halfway line. Volley clear from Greenwich. Oh, here's a chance. No, offside flag goes up. Macclesfield had skipped into an offside position. Shakpole, his glancing header, it was really well weighted, and there can't have been much. It's very quick with his flag, wasn't he? The assistant referee on that far side against Victor Macclesfield.
Here's the thing, Tim. The fullback and the captain for Macclesfield, Freesom, is it?
Yeah.
Wearing the armband. He's obviously been around. He's an experienced lad. You can see him. I'm sure he's probably played professional football at some level. But he's got these young lads from Slough running at him and not caring. They've got no fear. Hang on.
Macclesfield on the right-hand side, trying to open things up. Nearly half an hour gone. Goalless. Slough win it back on the halfway line. There's an appeal for a free kick. Referee not having that, so Macclesfield come again. Swung in from the right-hand side by Whitehead, and the goalkeeper safely collects Adam Dubois. Safe catch from him.
They don't like it. These young kiddies coming through, probably through the academy of some, London club, sort of in and around the Slough area, if you like, coming through, no fear, one-on-one. They got pace, they got strength.
There was a question about whether Shaq Pole was being held, and I think it was a perfectly reasonable question. Referee, again, turning down any suggestions of a Slough free kick. It's going to be a Slough throw now. It's all quite scrappy.
And then they get a little bit narky, don't they?
Yeah.
The old pros, like, well, you can't do that, mate. Yes, I can. No, you can't. I'm 36 years of age. I used to play for Bolton or Preston. Well, I don't care. You're playing at Arbor Park this afternoon, mate.
Macclesfield can't get it under control. Out of play. Still waiting for the first goal. 15 minutes till half time. How are you for extra time and penalties?
In time-wise?
Yeah, you alright for that?
Yeah, I'll hang around. Car park's going to be busy, isn't it?
Here's the clearance from Macclesfield. Underneath the header, we've got the midfielder Borgness. A chance for Slough to try and win it back. Launched high into the air. Who's going to win the header? Greenwich? Yep, he does. For Slough. And then headed on. Macclesfield on the halfway line. Knock the ball into the air. It's going to drop underneath it. Slough trying to win it. Neither team have got the ball under control for a little while now. Tariq Gidere settles for a throw. And it's going to be taken by Oshilaja. Kiki Oshilaja on the right hand side for Slough. They haven't kept a clean sheet in any of their last 19 home games in the FA Cup. Slough, that's a lot of games in the FA Cup to have not kept a clean sheet, isn't it?
They haven't kept many in the league. Hence their league position, 22nd in the National League South. They lost 2-0 at Dover last week.
The last home game where they kept a clean sheet was in November 1982 against Millwall, apparently. Which is a good effort in those days against Millwall.
Conceded 5 in 1991 against us, didn't they, Reading? 3-3, 2-1 defeat in the replay. Williams on the score sheet.
Well, it'd be a good record to put right today, wouldn't it, if Slough can keep a clean sheet. That's a long way to go. First, they haven't really had any massive worries so far, have they?
No.
Adam Dubois has been pretty relaxed in his own penalty box. Here, that's lovely skill. Not allowed to continue. The referee has given Macclesfield a free kick on the halfway line. It's great feat, though, wasn't it, from the Slough player, as it turned out after the foul had been committed.
32 minutes gone. Macclesfield not had a strike.
Not that I remember. They had a corner, didn't they? But that didn't come to anything. And here, that's a brilliant challenge. What a foot in net. The referee's...
No, he's stopping play because it hit the referee. It's not a foul. He's just going to do a drop ball.
I was going to start arguing with the referee because Oshilaja, his tackle was brilliant, wasn't it? The timing of it and the strength.
He's got that spot on the ref. Fair play.
Well, he might have got out of the way of it a little bit quicker.
Possibly. He didn't have quick feet.
No. Right, here's a drop ball that's being allowed to drop at Danny Whitehead's feet of Macclesfield. It's out on the left-hand side. We'll see a few more drop balls competed for. It's always good fun, isn't it?
No such thing nowadays, is it?
Not that I've seen recently. Out on the right-hand side here. The visitors trying to find the space to cross. It's gone out of play. They'll have a throw instead. Level with the top of the Slough penalty box. Right-hand side. 33 minutes gone. Slough Town 0. Macclesfield 0. Here's the throw. Getting it back out onto their right-hand side to Fensom. Here's a chance for the cross from Whitehead. He's on the ball now. 10 yards outside the Slough penalty box, being forced backwards. Good work from Goddard. And then Goddard, with his industry, has won it back. And now Slough. That's a great pass. Macclesfield down the middle. Opportunity for impact on the edge of the box. His touch goes wrong, though. More or less air kicks. It's going to be a free kick to Macclesfield on the edge of the box. The pass was perfect into Macclesfield's path. He was reaching the top of the penalty box. He was ready to pull the trigger, but just had a stumble.
Really good defending, though, Tim, the Macclesfield centre half. Number 5, I think it was. Really good pace, strong, got back very quickly. The only way Markowski was going to do anything was whether he was going to pull the trigger 22 yards out. Possibly should have tried it, but really good defending. Sometimes you just got to say, do you know what? That is good defending.
Lovely pass, wasn't it?
Good pass.
The Slough midfielder.
Yeah.
Here's the clearance straight out of play. That'll help. Max Dearnley. He hasn't been convincing, has he, for the whole of this first half? His kick there, landing in the hospitality tent.
Allianz Arena or Twickenham for you?
Well, Twickenham, really, yeah.
For me, it wouldn't have looked out of place at Twickenham, that's what I was saying.
By the way, why was the England Rugby Union team bus outside Slough when I arrived?
It was when I was arrived as well. I reckon Macclesfield have used it.
Oh, okay.
Probably got a cheap deal. Was it on a voucher or something? Black Friday, maybe?
Here's the ball over the halfway line from Macclesfield, and it'll be allowed to bounce out of play, or they're going to keep it in play. They're going to keep it in play, Slough. Knocking it back down the touchline.
Being a Welshman, I'm not going to mention rugby anymore.
No, I shouldn't imagine you are. Here's the clearance up to the halfway line again. And Slough need to challenge for it. It was offside flag. They need to get themselves onside a bit quicker there. So 10 minutes left until the break. We won't much stoppage time, although we haven't had too much in the way of stoppage. You had the one injury for the Macclesfield player briefly.
The Slough Town lad was down, wasn't he? Where we thought
yes, that's right.
An ankle problem.
But otherwise there's not been much in the way of delays.
3 minutes I'll go for.
Okay. We've still got 9 minutes till we find out.
We need the maintenance man, don't we, on the scoreboard? The scoreboard's gone a little bit fuzzy. To the right, over in the corner.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Looks like it's snowing.
Out of play the ball goes, and it'll be a free kick in the form of a goal kick for the Slough goalkeeper, Adam Dubois. Yes, he definitely got a problem with the big screen there. I was out at the Purple Turtle on karaoke last night.
No, you weren't.
And there was a problem with the karaoke machine, but fortunately our station engineer was there, so he could patch up the karaoke machine.
Was it at work too?
Not really. There were a couple of us from work. Don't worry, it wasn't like you were not invited.
Look at that for a kick.
It was... here's a long kick downfield. Oh, maybe a chance for Slough, cleared by Macclesfield from their penalty spot. Out to the right-hand side.
I couldn't have made it anyway last night.
Oh, okay.
I was washing my hair.
Yeah, fair enough. On the halfway line. And the ball shifts across to the right-hand side, and then Slough are caught, and this is going to be problems because Macclesfield on the attack. It'll be a free kick, and there'll be a yellow card for the Macclesfield for the Slough defender who dragged back that Macclesfield attacker on the far side. It wasn't very subtle. He made a mess on the ball, didn't he? It was on that far side, Kiki Oshilaja, who his touch was bad. He had to chase back, and really that was a yellow card worth taking in that circumstance.
A good booking, wasn't it? I was going to say to you, did you watch? Obviously you didn't. You was out schmoozing it last night in the iconic bar in Reading. I was watching Sutton Shrewsbury.
Okay.
And that game was decided by a clanger.
Was it?
Oh, terrible mistake it was. Yeah, really felt for the lad.
Free kick for Macclesfield coming up now. During the day I was at Chelmsford against Weston-super-Mare over in Essex and watched Weston-super-Mare reach the third round stage for the first time in their history, so I'm hoping the same thing happens for Slough today.
Former Reading fullback Andy Gurney used to be the manager of Weston-super-Mare back in the day.
Couple of yards out, the Slough Town penalty box. Macclesfield wide on their left hand side. Slough have got 4 in the wall, is it? Difficult to tell from this angle. I think it's 4. And here comes the free kick. This is a dangerous moment for Slough. Heathcote's over it. Is he going to take it, or is he just a decoy? Heathcote is a left-footed option. It's not. It's going to be left-footed, and it's straight through to the goalkeeper. Skims along the ground, and they went all the way through there. Nice tidy hands from Dubois, who scoops it up. That was Luke Duffy with the free kick there.
It's one of the pluses, Tim, isn't it, playing on a 3G surface? When someone hits it along the deck, you know it's not going to get a bobble.
Yeah, well, you'd certainly hope not. And they got all behind it there. Out of play the ball goes. And where's the referee going to insist this throw is taken by Macclesfield? Right back on the halfway line in front of us. So 0-0. 6 minutes left in the first half here at Arbour Park. Macclesfield enjoying a good spell in this game. Out on the right, the ball goes. Played through on the far right-hand side. Max Voltzman trying to get it under control. Out of play for another throw. Will the players be nervous or be anxious, do you think?
I think, as daft as it sounds, no. Not for the first sort of 38 minutes, but as half-time approaches, Tim, you do think, well, hang on a minute, I don't want to make a ricket now, particularly just before half-time. You don't want to concede a goal right on the stroke of half-time. Everything changes.
Brilliant feat from Tariq Clark. He's got the ball up the pitch. Unfortunately, he's gone out for another Macclesfield throw, but he did so well. He's so neat on the ball, wasn't he, initially there?
Very neat. But going back to your question, I think, the first couple of minutes or so, you want to find your feet in a football match, whether it's a big game, whether it's on TV, FA Cup, league fixture, whatever it is, and then you're into it, you settle down, and then approaching half-time, you start thinking, particularly as a defender, listen, let's just clear my lines for the next 2 or 3 minutes. We'll go in at worst 0-0, and then we'll start again in the second half. This has got 0-0 written all over it, by the way.
Well, it has so far, but when weariness kicks in...
Oh, no, we'll be all right, won't we?
No, I think we'll be...
you mean the players?
I think the players might be weary. The odd error might creep in. Out on the left-hand side, Macclesfield... They've definitely got a stronger footing in the game, Macclesfield, in the last 10 minutes, I'd say.
Agreed.
They've got more time on the ball, haven't they? And a bit more possession. And here's an example of it down their left-hand side. They're trying to get the cross in now from the left. Lacey rolls it back. Here's a delivery now. Davis clears only as far as the edge of his box. On the left-hand side, that's good from Greenwich. That's really good because he's found Macclesfield. Has Macclesfield fouled? Yes, he is. Free kick on the edge of the centre circle in the Slough half. And there's some protest from Menezes, who landed the challenge. Is he getting a yellow card? The Macclesfield player, I'm not sure he is.
I wasn't sure it was a foul, to be honest. About 3,000 Slough Town fans would disagree with me, and
the referee definitely does, because Menezes from that foul has given him he's got a free kick and a yellow card Menezes' way there.
That could be the difference, by the way. 10 men, 11 men. Last night Sutton were down to 9 men.
Yeah, I saw Chelmsford reduced to 10 late on in their game.
Look where the keeper is. How interesting. Scotty Davies has got the ball in his own half, and the goalkeeper is on the 6-yard line.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be chipped from there. So where's Scott Davies going this time? Down the left towards Reece Greenwich. Can they keep the ball in play? Yes, they can. Looped up cleverly by Goddard into the penalty box and chested back incredibly calmly by Whitehead to his goalkeeper Denley on the edge of the 6-yard box. Super cool defending.
He's a good player, actually, in midfield, number 28, left-footed.
Yeah, this is Whitehead, Danny Whitehead.
Without Josh Kay, he's taken over the reins as the playmaker.
Seems to be relishing that role. Here come Macclesfield again down the right-hand side. Ball into the feet of Elliott. Elliott holds on to it a bit too long, and Goddard's got a chance to clear, and he's weighted that ball really nicely down the left. Powerful running from Macclesfield down the left-hand side. He's shepherded a bit wider by Menezes. Macclesfield comes in field, tries to roll it on. It wasn't a very good pass at the end. He didn't have enough weight on it, and a bit more weight on that pass would have certainly set up a chance for Slough.
Amazing what a booking does for you, because Menezes was treading carefully, wasn't he?
Yes. Here's the ball through for Macclesfield that goes straight through to Dubois. Yes, I thought exactly that. Menezes was very cautious there, wasn't he? He didn't want to land a challenge and risk a second yellow. 2 minutes till half time. We'll get a bit of stoppage time at the end of this first half, we reckon. And Macclesfield are passing the ball deep in their own half. Doesn't look like they're entirely comfortable doing that, but they'll keep on persisting. And Slough should be pressing, shouldn't they, at this stage of the game? I haven't seen Macclesfield popping the ball around in their own half comfortably during this first half. So
fizzling out, isn't it, the first half?
Yeah. Good ball up to the halfway line. Macclesfield on their wide left-hand side with Lacey. Ball carried through. Opportunity for Macclesfield here into the penalty box. They've got players queuing up, and a good block from Greenwich to ease the pressure at the end of this first half. It's out for a Macclesfield throw.
Massive chance. He would have just laid it off. Number 15 was screaming for it. He's making his way into the box.
Heathcote as well, who's really good on the ball. A dangerous strike on him.
Yeah, I think strikers were doing what strikers do, be selfish in those situations. If he put it in the top corner, we'd all say, well done, good decision, but he didn't. So I'm saying bad decision.
Yeah, he certainly dwelt on the ball for way too long. Macclesfield still in possession though, wide on the left. Here comes a delivery into the Slough penalty box, headed away, no chances taken by Therese Deitch, out of play for a corner to Macclesfield on the right hand side. Presumably Heathcote will come across to take it, will he? And to be added on in this game, Adi, he's just jumped to his feet, Adi, so he can see over the barrier, waiting for the fourth official. I reckon we're going to have a couple of minutes.
At least 2 or 3, surely. Here we go, I'll tell you any second now.
Corner to be taken by Macclesfield. Only 1.
1 minute.
Okay.
Last chance
for Macclesfield. Corner from their right hand side. The referee's seen a lot of shoving and pushing around the edge of the Slough penalty box, so he strides. Oh, that's a big shove as well, isn't it? You're brave to do that. See the shove there?
I did.
On Therese Deitch.
Just thinking about this for a second. 1 minute. The lad for Slough was down for about 3 or 4 minutes. How does that work?
Was he that long?
It wasn't 1 minute.
This is taking
hockey.
A while to
That's what we got to do. What they do in hockey.
This is taking a while to sort out, isn't it? Here's Heathcote from the right hand side, the corner. All the players huddled together at the top of the penalty box. Heathcote delivers for Macclesfield, level with the far post. Good header away by Greenwich. He's got to header away again to the edge of the box. They keep on clearing for Slough, and then there's a trip, and it's a free kick for Macclesfield. And he's making the most of it, isn't he? The Macclesfield player there clutching his back. I think it's is it Heathcote again? Yes, it is.
Bad decision though, wasn't it, from a Slough defender? Rash.
So maybe a strike. Is quite a long way out for a strike on goal. We've had the minute and some actually. So there'll be a horrible fall out if Macclesfield score from here. Look at the clock, AD.
Yeah, but regardless of the clock, Tim, I mean the half was just coming to an end, and the Slough defender's just gone in very rash. Elliott will fancy his number 10. I think otherwise he'd be in the penalty area looking for the pieces, sniffing around. But here we go. He's definitely going to have a go at this. It's the old Johnny Wilkinson run up, isn't it?
Yeah. So Elliott from distance here. Best part of 30 yards. Left-footed strike. Here it comes over the wall. Dubois spills it and then recovers and pushes it out wide, and that was the scariest of the first 45 minutes, the scariest moment coming on half-time there, where the shot from distance was spilt by Dubois. He managed to recover and put the ball out wide. The referee blows his half-time whistle. At the break here, AD at Arbour Park, it's Slough 0, Macclesfield 0.
What would you be saying if you were Scotty Davies? Because if it was me, I'd be saying, lads, listen, we've just played 46 minutes against a side who are there for the beating. They're not particularly that strong up front. I think the goalkeeper's a little bit nervy. Yes, they've got some tidy players in the midfield, but I mean, if you're ever going to make history, Tim, and let's talk about this because this is serious. I mean, mind you, that said, Macclesfield are looking to rewrite the record books as well, but such a big game for Slough to rewrite the record books, to make it through to the third round in the first time of the history. They won't get a better chance than this.
Great opportunity, yeah. There shouldn't be any problem with trying to fire them up. It's just trying to keep them calm, isn't it? They don't want to get too carried away or excited here.
Well, that is the thing, like 1 or 2 rash decisions, a yellow card here or there. That said, the centre half for Macclesfield, he's on a yellow card as well now. But I just think everyone's got to calm down a little bit, and I think you've got to be a little bit braver, Tim. You know, because otherwise the clock will tick, and you're trying to pump balls down the side and in behind them, and you know it's not happening. You're giving away silly fouls, and you know the game will just sort of go through the motions in many ways. But I think if you're brave, if you're Scotty Davies and make 1 or 2 brave substitutions, they are there for the taking without doubt.
It's a decent position to be in, isn't it, at half time? Anyone's game.
Well, I'd like to be in front. If I was playing now, I'd go in there now and say, boys, if you can tell me one thing to be scared of, tell me now.
Yeah, I mean, but the point is, having seen that half, there's no reason why Slough can't do what they've set out to do today based on that first half.
Absolutely goalless here at Arbour Park. Let me remind you, we do have a couple of Premier League fixtures this afternoon, tea time. Brighton against West Ham. That game kicks off at 2 o'clock, and 4:30 at Craven Cottage. London derby, I guess. Fulham against Crystal Palace. Let me tell you, we've got 5 games going on right now in the WSL, the Women's Super League. Leicester against Manchester City is goalless. London City 0, Brighton 1. Manchester United lead West Ham by a 0-0, and Spurs against Aston Villa, 65 minutes on the clock. That is goalless. We do have a 2:30 kickoff. Chelsea against Everton. FA Cup second round. We got 3 more ties going on this afternoon here at Arbour Park. Half time, Slough 0, Macclesfield 0. 2:30 kickoff. Boreham Wood against Newport. Gateshead face Walsall. That game kicks off at 3:30, and at 5:30 Blackpool. You know who Blackpool have got? Carlisle. Reading's victors, if you like. Reading's opponents in the first round. Carlisle 2-0 down with 3 minutes remaining. Carlisle win an extra time.
So had Reading hung on to their lead a few weeks back at the SCL, I'd have been up at Blackpool 2 weekends in a row.
You would have been, yeah.
And it's a mammoth journey. So in a funny sort of way, I'm happy how life has worked out.
Okay, fair play. Let me just remind you, obviously, what happened yesterday in the Premier League. A major setback for Arsenal. Okay, they are still playing well and they are doing very well top of the Premier League table, but defeat at Villa Park yesterday. Aston Villa 2, Arsenal 1. Bournemouth against Chelsea, that finished goalless. I think Chelsea fans were hoping they could have caught, or maybe rather than 1.3 points on Arsenal, it didn't happen. Goalless between Bournemouth and Chelsea. Everton, they're going well. 3-0 win against Nottingham Forest. Same scoreline at the Etihad. Man City 3, Sunderland 0. Newcastle 2, Burnley 1. Spurs beat Brentford by 2-0. And what about that game at Ellen Road? You were too busy schmoozing in the Purple Turtle. It finished Leeds 3, Liverpool 3.
Yeah, I think the final whistle went just as I was finishing my karaoke.
Sad scenes at the Valley yesterday. I don't know if you know that Charlton against Portsmouth was goalless. That game was suspended. I do believe a Charlton supporter unfortunately lost their life yesterday at that game, so our thoughts with family and friends, and obviously horrendous what's happened there at the Valley. Elsewhere in the Championship, Derby 1, Leicester 3, Watford beat Norwich 3-2. Blackburn against Sheffield Wednesday, that game also suspended. Blackburn were leading by 1-0. Bristol City 0, Millwall 1. Ipswich beat Coventry 3-0. Massive win for Ipswich, they're going along nicely. Frank Lampard's doing a great job at one of my former teams. Preston against Phil Parkinson's Wrexham, that finished 1-1. QPR beat West Brom at Loftus Road 3-1. Bramall Lane, they're picking up a little bit now. Sheffield United 4-0 win against Stoke. Southampton going along very nicely at St Mary's, 3-1 victory against Birmingham. And I'll whisper this, no I won't, Oxford were beaten 2-0 at Swansea at the Liberty Stadium.
You mentioned the Watford game. I think Tom Ince was the scorer of the winner there for Watford.
He's been on the bench most times when I have a look at the Watford starting 11. Tom Ince, of course, son of Paul Ince, the former Reading manager, and of course the former Reading winger. In League One, Tim, we had 2 fixtures. Cardiff beat Huddersfield 3-2 and Plymouth 0, Bradford 1. 650-mile round trip for the Bradford fans. By the way, Tom McIntyre, the former Reading defender, on the bench for Bradford. He actually came on after 92 minutes.
Reading up at Bradford next Saturday.
Yes, they're going great guns, aren't they, Bradford? You've got to be honest. Have a quick look at the league table. We'll have a look at the league table very shortly. Half time here at Arbour Park is goalless. Slough Town 0, Macclesfield 0. As it stands, Slough 22nd in the National League South, Macclesfield 14th in the National League North. BBC Radio Berkshire, we are live at Arbour Park. Adi Williams and Tim Della, second half commentary on the way, but first a classic from Casbian, Clubfoot, BBC Radio Berkshire.
Macclesfield kick-off. What an opportunity for Slough. Can they reach the FA Cup third round for the first time in their long, distinguished history? Here come Slough on their right-hand side, this time up level with the top of the penalty box, trying to find the space to cross. That's a nice bit of manoeuvring of the ball. Needs to knock the cross in now. Across the face of the goal, and someone needed to apply the finishing touch. It flashes across the face of the Macclesfield goal. No Slough striker there to divert it into the back of the net, and it remains 0-0. Tariq Clark takes it out to the left-hand side, shifting the ball forward to Dyche. Dyche next to the penalty. Oh, that's a great ball. What a cross that is from the left-hand side for Slough. And again, it goes flashing along the 6-yard box line and out for a Macclesfield throw on the far side. But that was brilliant wing play from the player on this left-hand side. It just moved into space. Tariq Dyche, brilliant, isn't he? Here's the header forward, and it's a good effort from Macclesfield to try and get on the end of it. He went down hoping for a free kick. The Macclesfield player stays down, and it is a physical battle. The challenges are going in. Good work from Goddard, and then Goddard with his industry has won it back, and now Slough. That's a great pass. Macclesfield down the middle, opportunity for impact on the edge of the box. His touch goes wrong though, more or less air kicks. There's going to be a free kick to Macclesfield on the edge of the box. The pass was perfect into Macclesfield's path. He was reaching the top of the penalty box. He was ready to pull the trigger, but just had a stumble. Goddard's got a chance to clear. He's weighted that ball really nicely down the left. Powerful running from Macclesfield down the left-hand side. He's shepherded a bit wider by Menezes. Macclesfield comes in field, tries to roll it on. It wasn't a very good pass at the end. He didn't have enough weight on it, and a bit more weight on that pass would have certainly set up a chance for Slough. Macclesfield here into the penalty box. They've got players queuing up, and a good block from Greenwich to ease the pressure at the end of this first half. It's out for a Macclesfield throw.
Massive chance. He would have just laid it off. Number 15 was screaming for it. He's making his way into the box.
He's coach as well, who's really good on the ball. Dangerous strike on him. Here it comes over the wall. Dubois spills it and then recovers and pushes it out wide, and that was the scariest of the first 45 minutes, the scariest moment coming on half-time there, where the shot from distance was spilt by Dubois. He managed to recover and put the ball out wide. The referee blows his half-time whistle. At the break here, AD at Arbour Park, it's Slough 0, Macclesfield 0.
Half-time at Arbour Park. Slough, Macclesfield is goalless. By the way, we do have the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix as I speak. Verstappen leads. Don't forget, it's the Formula 1 title decider. Piastri is in second and third place at the moment, and Lando Norris is ninth. That's after taking a pit stop. So Max Verstappen is in pole position, forgive the pun, as it stands. We've got to talk about the cricket. Australia winning the second Ashes test. It's now 2-0. Australia take a 2-0 lead into the third test. Australia all out 511. That was their first innings. That was in reply to England's first innings total of 334. England's second innings 241 all out. Australia 69 for 2. Cruise control. Australia win by 8 wickets. Tim Della is alongside me here at Arbour Park. Of course, the Australia I should say, are holders of the urn. And Tim, if ever there's a sport, by the way, the Macclesfield players are out, so we haven't got long. If ever there's a sport, when we talk about home soil, away soil, we talk about golf, the Ryder Cup, we talk about football, obviously World Cups, Champions League finals, whatever it may be, Premier League. But it seems to be, for me, in cricket, the ultimate. Would that be fair?
I think so, yeah, because the pitches are so different, as particularly in Perth and Brisbane, where the pitches are very bouncy. Might be a bit more even contest in Adelaide, where the pitches more like English conditions there. So we've had these 2 test matches so far, and both of them have been played on very bouncy, hard pitches, which don't really suit. It's not what England's batters are used to.
For England to win the Ashes, they have to win the remaining 3 series.
That's only happened once from either team before. A team that's been 2-0 down has gone and won the Ashes after the 5 test matches, so it's highly unlikely.
I'm not even going to look it up because I don't think it's going to happen. Right, both players out. We were talking about winning this game, Tim, and I think we both agreed something really brave from Scotty Davies would be maybe putting on a centre half and pushing Scotty through into the midfield, maybe as a number 10 in front of the strikers, because he has got that quality, he has got that guile, and he could definitely open up a defence.
Well, it's an interesting situation here. 0-0, Slough, Macclesfield. There wasn't much in it in the first half. I felt Macclesfield just got the ball down and played a little bit more than Slough at the back end of that first half, but there weren't really many chances. Just that spilt free kick right at the end of the first half that worried Dubois in the Slough goal. We're underway, second half. Scott Davis flails the ball out wide to the right hand side. It goes out for a Macclesfield throw. They're deep in their own half, so we know we have to have a result today, so it'll be extra time and then penalties if it stays at 0-0. Rain falling again. Not cold particularly for this time of year here in Slough.
I'm 54 years of age and I've never said flails.
Flailed?
Never said it.
No, okay.
And I don't think I ever will.
Well, you said it once already.
Well, I'm only making the point. I've never used it in 54 years.
Okay, you see. English language, powerful thing. Lots of words.
Smashed, I'd have said.
Yeah.
Whacked.
Both of which would have been correct descriptions. I think it's all the same thing. Out on the far left-hand side, the ball, no, it's not going to go there. Edmondson decides to go back to his goalkeeper.
Is that the difference between Bradfield and Garfield?
One of them.
Possibly.
There's several other differences. Let's not dwell on that. Here's Mellor on the left-hand side. Mellor on the halfway line trying to spin for Macclesfield. And they're forced all the way back. That's good work from Slough, actually. The pressing was really effective there, wasn't it? It's just worried Macclesfield a bit. Macclesfield get the ball out to the right-hand side. You see what I mean by just popping the ball around, getting a little bit more possession, Macclesfield. They definitely look the more comfortable of the two teams with the ball on the deck, and I thought that increasingly during the first half. And this second half, we've had a minute and a half, and it's mainly been Macclesfield. Their passing's been better as the game's gone on.
I agree.
Oh,
but they get nowhere.
No, that's true. They get to the halfway line, and then that's that. Over the halfway line and out wide to the left. Maybe this time they'll go further. Here's Mellor. Mellor comes up to the penalty box. Here's his shot. It's a scrappy shot, and it was headed away. It didn't need to be headed away. I think Greenwich was stooping, couldn't get out of the way of it in time. It ends up going over the bar and out for a Macclesfield corner on the left-hand side. If he'd let it go, it would have flown out harmlessly.
It's a shame his granddad isn't Gordon Greenwich, because I bet he's ducked quicker in the past.
Evading bouncers. So here comes the corner for Macclesfield. This is important, isn't it? They need to start this second half well, Slough, and they've immediately got to defend a corner. So Macclesfield on their left-hand side. Crowd of players. Oh, the referee's going to intervene again. That's another thing, by the way. So in the first half, you were complaining there was only a minute of stoppage time. We didn't talk about that lengthy delay when he was trying to sort out the shoving and the pushing for a corner. That was more than a minute as well. Right, here comes the Macclesfield corner from the left-hand side, swung in towards the 6-yard box, header, and somehow Dubois on his line parries it over the bar for another Macclesfield corner. But brilliant work from the Slough goalkeeper and defenders to see that away. That looked for all the world like it would be 1-0.
I'd like to see a replay. If he's actually parried that away, that is the save of a century. It really is. I've got a funny feeling, Tim, it probably hit him on the head and it went over the bar.
Or maybe his chest. He was leaning backwards. But anyway, he does the job. It's still 0-0. Macclesfield corner from the right now. Swung in towards the back post. Dubois leaps and punches it out for another corner. But Slough really on the back foot in these first 3 or 4 minutes of the second half.
Yeah, Macclesfield have come out in the blocks, haven't they? You know, John Rooney's obviously fired them up and said, listen, lads, this game's here for the taking. Well, he said the same at half-time, whether you're John Rooney or Scotty Davies, this game is definitely here for the taking.
But Macclesfield look the more likely at the moment. They've started this second half really hot. Here's another corner then from the left-hand side for Macclesfield. Delivered in again towards the far post. Greenwich comes out and heads away. That was a good strong header away. But Macclesfield still have possession. Out wide on the left-hand side. Opportunity to cross. In it comes. It was not a good one from Duffy. Ends up in the keeper's hands. Dubois, the Slough keeper, bounces the ball a couple of times. Just wants to take the momentum out the half a little bit, and then Dubois' kick is easy dealt with on the halfway line by Macclesfield. Slough trying to get the ball down to play, and here's the roll forwards. It's got too much on it. There's no catching that for Goddard. Back to the goalkeeper they go, and the goalkeeper puts it out of play. No, it doesn't reach the touchline in front of us. Side-footed clearance by the goalkeeper, kept in play by Macclesfield. Here's Scott Davis under pressure. The goalkeeper clears only as far as the halfway line, and Macclesfield just look a little bit more zippy, don't they, all around the pitch at the moment. A bit more energetic, tidier on the ball.
Roles reverse really, Tim, isn't it? Because Slough took the game to Macclesfield in the first 10-15 minutes of the first half, and Macclesfield are doing it now.
Opportunity to cross. Voltman goes down the left-hand side to Lacey. Lacey with the cross. Good block for Slough. Out of play it goes. And another throw. And the writing is on the wall a bit here. Slough need to be really careful because Macclesfield have snapped up a gear or two since the break. And at the moment it's inevitable that Macclesfield will take the lead in the next minute or two. Corner of the Slough penalty box. Right-hand side. Here comes the cross, another chance to cross it in deep. Slough need to clear it. Oh, it goes over the crossbar from close range. It's a goal kick. What a miss that was. That was 3 yards out, and the striker just blazes it over the bar. Massive let-off for Slough.
There's three players down in the 6-yard box.
One's doing his shoelace up. That's a defender. In fact, two are doing shoelaces up, and the goalkeeper, Dubois, I think is a bit groggy. But what a miss. That really should be Macclesfield in the lead now.
Yeah, it was an unbelievable save 2 minutes before from Dubois. I'd like to see that again. He won't be sick of seeing that on the TV this evening. I'm sure his parents in Thailand will be recording. Is that what can you say recording now? Taping? What'd you say?
Possibly a selected
streaming
record. Selected record.
Okay. He'll watch that back a few times and then got away with one.
I don't know what you do with the satellite company that's showing this game though, because it's quite an obscure one, isn't it? So not everybody will be glued to their TV screens watching Slough Town this afternoon. Dubois is getting some treatment. I suspect this is tactical, and if it is, well done to him. Adam Dubois reading the situation. Slough just need a bit of time out, don't they? Just regroup because they've been caught on the back foot, caught a bit cold in this second half. They need to muster something, otherwise they'll be out the FA Cup. It's 0-0 at the moment, Slough against Macclesfield.
Good news for the maintenance man, double time on a Sunday, but the old scoreboard's fixed.
Excellent, they'll be breathing a sigh of relief.
Yeah.
It says 0-0. So if you are just joining us, we're here to try and watch Slough get through to the third round of the FA Cup for the first time in their history. This is the 9th time they've played in the second round. Most recent was in 2018-19. They've never reached the third round. That is remarkable, isn't it? To get to the second round 9 times and to never get to the third round. Your luck's got to change at some point.
The thing is, Tim, as you know, this is what the 6th tier of the football pyramid. You know, every round you get through, you know, the likelihood is you're playing National League sides, you're playing, you know, second division sides, first division sides, as it was back in the day. So you've got to up your game, and that's the beauty of the FA Cup. For me, it's still the best domestic cup competition throughout the world. And
why it's such a good opportunity today, isn't it? Because these two teams are parallel, one in the North League and one in the South League. So can Slough book themselves a place in the FA Cup third round? They're not in good form either. They've lost 9 of the last 12 league games, Slough. Scotty Davis, when I speak to him on Friday, said that has no relevance to today, which is strictly true. Here's a shot from distance and Dubois saves. Elliott hit it well. He's got a good left foot on him, hasn't he? He's hit a free kick and now one in open play. And you can follow the path of the flight of that ball where we were sitting, AD. It's struck sweetly.
It was a great effort.
Long kick downfield. Macclesfield clear. Slough just not getting to the second ball as much, are they? It seems to be always Macclesfield players there on the second ball.
Do you know what I said earlier in the first half about Elliott? I said he was a bit greedy, but strikers are greedy, and had it gone in the top corner, it'd have been the right decision. It didn't. It was a bad decision. That effort there was absolutely brilliant. You know, he just saw off the cuff. He thought he'd try his luck. He kept it down. He hit the target. Another day that could have gone in.
Here's Dubois bouncing the ball a couple of times. Out to the right he goes. Scott Davis knocks it downfield. It's just a little bit of quality we're looking for, isn't it? One good pass, maybe a fabulous finish. Here's a free kick for Slough. There's a problem for the Macclesfield goalkeeper. He's surrounded in navy and yellow balloons that have been thrown onto the pitch. He's just busy stamping on the balloons. The referee's giving him an extra bit of time to do that.
Imagine putting a dummy blue sort of medicine ball in there, a little one, you know, and he stamps on it and does his ankle.
What a strange mind you've got.
Oh, I have.
How your head works.
It's true, made you chuckle.
Do you even think of that?
He bends down to pick this one up, puts his back out.
Well, he's punctured all the balloons successfully with his studs. And here comes is it a free kick or a throw?
Free kick.
Yeah, it's a free kick. Scott Davis is down there on the halfway line, far right hand side. Is it well weighted? Well, yes, it's asked the question of the defenders. Here come Slough down the right, and Macclesfield will tidy up. Whitehead goes back to the edge of his penalty box and now cleared up. And here come Macclesfield over the halfway line. Whitehead knocks a diagonal ball to the top of the Slough penalty box. Slough underneath it. There's a shout for a foul from the Macclesfield fans, not given. Out to the right hand side they go. Here comes a delivery into the penalty box, chested away and then smashed away by Oshalaja, or flailed, depending on where you went to school.
You were bang on, it was smashed.
And then on the halfway line, great hold up play from Shakpo, who can't. Well, he held onto it initially well and then a bit too long and was dispossessed in the end. Here's Mellor for Macclesfield on the left hand side, rolls it infield a few yards to Lacey. Lacey pops it off to Whitehead. Whitehead on the corner of the Slough penalty box, goes back out wide to Mellor on the left hand side. He's got runners ahead of him. He plays a lovely ball cross field and they might fancy a shot from distance here, and Dubois watches the bounce carefully from Fensom's shot into his hands. The Slough keeper has it. And with nearly 12 minutes gone in the second half, it's still destined for extra time and penalties. But looking at it, Macclesfield definitely have got the edge now.
First time I've been concerned, Tim, in the game.
Well, we'll see, because here come Slough with Goddard on the edge of the box. Goddard on the edge of the Macclesfield penalty box. Goes out wide to the left. It comes back for Goddard. Oh, Goddard needed to get it under control, and then he had a shot from 18 yards out, but it rolled away from him before he could do that. Scott Davis caught on the halfway line. Greenwich bails him out of a spot of bother.
See, that's when Scotty Davis isn't a natural defender.
Yeah. And out wide to the right hand side the ball goes. Macclesfield keep it in play. Here's a chance for them to cross from the right hand side, drilled along the ground. Dubois' handling is clean. It's just more nerve wracking as a Slough fan watching this now.
Yeah, Elliott's done well. He's cutting on his left foot. He's got a good left foot, hasn't he? We've seen that a couple of times already today. Hit the target, but comfortable for Dubois. Scotty should have just dealt with that on the halfway line.
So out wide to the right, and Macclesfield again have possession with Duffy. He has a run at the defender. He's got an overlapping run at Fensom there. Nice little scoop up. Fensom knocks in a cross and Dubois catches. One of the Slough players has gone down. Is that with a bit of cramp? We'll have to wait and see.
You'd have to give Dubois man of the match so far, wouldn't you? That outstanding save, his handwork, has been very, very good.
He did make that save, was exceptional, wasn't it?
His kicking's been very good
at the start of the second half. But let's be honest, the man of the match is not decided yet, is it?
No,
We've got 32 minutes left, and I'm thinking whoever scores the crucial goal. Yesterday I was at Chelmsford against Weston-super-Mare, and Louis Britton, who played for Bristol City actually a few times back in the day, he a game not dissimilar to this. It was 0-0 and chugging along. It was hard to distinguish which of the two teams was the better. The lad Louis Britton, his volley from 15 yards out, smashed it into the back of the Chelmsford net, and then scored a more simple second goal a bit later on. But that gave Weston-super-Mare the ticket into the third round. So if somebody does something like that, it just pops up and bangs in a goal from an unlikely situation, which is exactly what Louis Britton did for Weston-super-Mare yesterday.
Talking of Bristol City, I got asked if I wanted to go to Bristol City Millwall yesterday. Okay, well, I played for Millwall.
Yes.
But I thought, Bristol City Millwall. Think about it. And I thought,
have you been to Ashton Gate recently? Oh, you never used to like going down there, did you?
Not as a player, but I thought
it's Bristol a nice
City.
Now.
Yeah, it's a lovely ground. Chairman's a lovely man. You know, he does a lot for Bristol, the rugby club. But I thought Bristol City Millwall could be lively. I'll give that one a miss.
Okay.
And I reckon it was lively.
So you did your hair instead.
Bristol City 0, Millwall 1.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd stay in and watch Aintree and Sandown, the Tingle Creek. John Bomb finished second, trained in Lambourne by Nicky Henderson.
The Lala for Nicky Henderson winning?
Yeah, won comfortably.
So we had a bit of Lambourne joy yesterday at Sandown and Aintree. Yeah, I've got 3 games in 4 days because I had the game yesterday, game today. Tomorrow we're off to I'll go down to the Reading training ground to speak to the players and the manager. Hopefully we'll be paying a lot of attention to the draw. The third round draw is tomorrow evening. And then we've got the small matter of Reading against Peterborough coming your way on BBC Radio Berkshire on Tuesday evening. Right, we've had a substitution. The injured Slough defender is off and he's replaced by Peter Ogeman. So that's the change.
Gone in as left back.
Yeah.
It's the one place in the pitch, the area that you don't like having to make changes is that back 4 goalkeeper, back 5 unit. If you can keep that back 4 the same week in, week out, understand each other relationships, you've got a chance.
Punted downfield by Dubois. Slough trying to keep it in the Macclesfield half. They've got the ball under control, but they're being rushed. Macclesfield are quick with their pressing, aren't they? They're pretty lively around the pitch. Ball's gone out of play. Macclesfield throw. But they've just got a bit quicker all around the pitch in this second half, haven't they? Closing Slough down, not giving them as much time on the ball. There's the substitute, Peter Ogeman, who heads it out of play into the Macclesfield fans on that far side of the ground. Just under half an hour left, still waiting for the first goal of the game here at Arbour Park. FA Cup second round. Will it be Slough? Will it be Macclesfield in the draw tomorrow? We'll find out in half an hour's time, or maybe after extra time, or maybe after penalties. Here's the ball through to the goalkeeper Dubois again. Davis slips up as he tries to play it on the edge of the centre circle. Ball comes back in and Greenwich now will tidy up. That's unusual. I he's getting a little bit tired, the Slough player manager.
You mentioned Slough's form in the league, which is poor. Macclesfield's last 3 games, they've only had 2 draws and a defeat, 2 points from a possible 9. They're not firing on all cylinders. So a goal, Tim, for the confidence. Here's a chance. Oh, he's done well, Greenwich.
Yes, Greenwich watched it carefully, makes the interception, knocks it downfield, bounces through. Slough really struggling to link up their play at the moment. Haven't kept the ball at all in the second half. Here's the ball through the back. Dubois comes out quickly and clears well. Slough maybe now can get themselves down the right hand side. Across comes the defender for Macclesfield and bangs it into touch. So last Saturday Macclesfield had a 1-1 draw with Scarborough at home at the leasing.com stadium. No wins in the last 3 league games, as Adi says. They reached the 4th round in 2013, Macclesfield. So
beat Tottenham 6-3 in the first round.
They've got a decent, relatively recent history.
Do you know why they're called the Silkmen?
Presumably is it Silk Mills up there?
I don't know, I was asking you the question.
I'll confidently guess that there are lots of silk mills in Macclesfield.
I believe so.
Not sure I've been to Macclesfield. Here's Greenwich in the centre circle.
Do we know why Slough are the rebels?
No. Davis with the diagonal crossfield ball, and he's overhit it. He looks frustrated because Victor Markowski had to back off and couldn't back off quick enough, and slightly overhit ball that goes out just beneath the scoreboard that's now blipping again, maybe.
Double time.
Yeah, and he'll be called back, that engineer.
The Rebels might have something to do with Mars operating not too far from there. Oh, that's Revels.
Ricky Gervais, didn't he do with him?
Yeah.
Maybe. Probably not. They were formed in 1890, Slough, so it's a historic club.
But the headquarters of Mars are in Slough.
Yeah. They're looking to write a little bit of history today. At the moment it's 0-0, but they are being outplayed by Macclesfield. It seems like only a matter of time. In fact, Macclesfield will be disappointed, won't they? They haven't got anything to show for their superiority yet. Slough win the ball back. Now they've got a chance to break. Can they knock the ball forwards? Oh, he's overhit that, hasn't he? That's the goalkeeper comes across. He's going to be put under pressure. Well, Slough have done all right there, and AD has a look into the desk and ruining the. Well, what are you ruining there, AD? It's a disappointment of the quality. It was a very old-fashioned agricultural clearance that actually held up, and the goalkeeper came out, had a million options, and decided the best one was to whack it into the crowd.
Which was the worst one. That's why my head went onto the desk. Of all the things he could have done, the goalkeeper.
All right, here we've got a long throw for Slough in towards the Macclesfield penalty spot, headed away.
Someone's just texted me Revels with a smiling face. People are listening, you see.
Oh, that's a good thing. They won't be for long if you carry on with gags like that. Here's the ball to the corner of the Macclesfield penalty box, and they win it back. And look at their passing in midfield. They're popping it around very nicely up to the halfway line. There's a runner forwards. It's Mellor. Mellor tries to get on the end of it. He goes down, and the referee blows his whistle. I think he's going to give Mellor a card for the dart. Oh, he's given a red card to the Slough player, and he's going to be giving a penalty after that, presumably. So, Kiki Oshalaja, who is in the challenge, that looks very harsh to me, AD. But a second yellow and a red for Kiki Oshalaja, and Mellor has won a penalty. Well, I didn't think there was much in that.
I'd like to see it again before I comment. I won't be able to see it again, but if it is a foul, Tim, it is a yellow card and it is a sending off. So we've got to decide whether it was a foul. I'm not so sure I'm going to see it, but when I saw it, I thought it was a bit erratic. I thought it was rash. I'd like to see it again. If I'm being too overcritical on the lad and it was a good tackle, then I do apologise, but until I see it again.
So it was a ball threaded through into the Slough penalty box. Oshalaja ran with Mellor, and they were shoulder to shoulder, and Mellor, he didn't really look like he was balanced and going to strike it. We're just watching a replay now. Adie's got the eye on the replay. I'll watch the penalty.
I think it was a penalty.
Do you? Okay.
I think it was.
Well, the outcome is a penalty which is about to be hit by Danny Elliott, who we've seen hit a couple of good free kicks already.
He's gone to ground, Tim, and he hasn't got the ball. Okay. He hasn't got much of the lad, but he hasn't got the ball. If you go to ground in the penalty box, you've got to get the ball.
So, big moment in this FA Cup second round. A penalty to Macclesfield midway through the second half, and Danny Elliott prepares to strike it. Adam Dubois in the Slough goal. Here comes Elliott. Oh, he hit the inside of the post and it rolls into the back of the Slough net. It was a terrific penalty, and he comes away to celebrate with his manager, John Rooney. Just for a moment, it looked like it was going to bounce the right side of the line. It hit the post and rolled in, trickled in, really. A good penalty. Danny Elliott there, putting Macclesfield 1-0 up against Slough Town midway through the second half.
Whether it was a penalty, whether it wasn't, whether it was a sending off, whether it wasn't, Macclesfield have been the better team in the second half, and they have deserved that goal. You know, it hurts me to say that, but they have been not the team on the front foot. They are looking more lively. They've now got 11 against 10. They're just making a substitution. The best thing that Macclesfield could do for Slough is sit back and hope a 1-0 will be enough.
A real blow for Slough, though. I did say, didn't I, you could see a goal coming. It was Macclesfield in the ascendancy since half-time. The way they were passing the ball, they were calmer on the ball, more quality on the ball, and they've got their reward now.
You've got to take a game of football, Tim, by the scruff of the neck at some point, haven't you? And Macclesfield, fair play to them. Whatever John Rooney said at half-time, they come out and thought, we're going to have a go. And they did, and they have. And they've been on the front foot, and they deserve to be in the lead. The problem is Slough have gone down to 10 men now. Scotty Davies will have to change it. He'll possibly push himself forward a little bit more as the game goes on. But you can't sit back. You can't die wondering, Tim. You've got to get out there and give it a go. This is history in the making. Give it your best shot. You don't want it one of those games in the bar afterwards in the boardroom coming up to us on the radio and saying, do you know what, it's one of those games that just slip by. You can't allow that to happen.
Well, here's Scott Davis on the ball now. Sends it downfield right-footed, headed away clear by the Macclesfield defenders. It's going to be really tough. We had a Macclesfield substitution during all of that as well. Justin Johnson has come on in midfield for Macclesfield. It's Slough who have possession. Ogerman trying to go crossfield is Scott Davis. It's a decent touch infield, and now straight downfield to Adam Dubois. He has to back off. They've got to find something from somewhere here, Slough. I'm not quite sure where it's going to come from, but because they just haven't looked likely at all in the second half, have
they? Have to change something, Tim, because the first half with 11 men, they didn't look threatening. Okay, do you remember that ball that whizzed across the face of the 6-yard box? That was a brilliant cross. You need more of that, but they haven't really looked threatening with 11 players. So 10, they've got to change something. They've got to gamble.
So Goddard is coming off, and he's being replaced by Harvey Walker. So fresh legs. It's a danger that this is a 9th time in the second round, and still the wait goes on for a third round visit.
Incredible, 10 times if they can't do it today.
Yeah. Downfield the ball goes. Glancing header. Justin Johnson gets after it. He's played a little 1-2 with the corner flag there, has he? It's been given as a goal kick. Goes out of play.
I thought he missed the penalty.
I did. That's why I was holding my breath. If you listen back, I take a second to check the ball goes over the line. Dubois went the right way, didn't he?
No offence, but I probably won't.
No, well, you might hear it on the breakfast show tomorrow morning.
BBC Sounds?
Yes, you could hear it on BBC Sounds. But unless Slough turn this round, we're not going to be dwelling on this, are we? We'll be straight on looking ahead to Reading against Peterborough on Tuesday evening. That's our next stop.
I'm telling you now, Scotty Davies can put this in the near post. Which doesn't help people because they're on the radio, but
it's a free kick 30 yards out to the right. He knocks it in with lots of pace towards the far post. It's headed away and out of play for a Slough corner, which is good. And maybe this is the most likely positive outcome, source of a goal for Slough. Now they're down to 10. Perhaps they can work something from a set play.
The problem is Macclesfield have got some big defenders as well.
Haven't they? Yeah. But here's Scott Davis with the corner for Slough on the left-hand side, and it goes over the heads of everybody and out of play for a goal kick. So that's disappointing as well. Both teams big, and he's still got it over their heads and out. Scott Davis has a run back to the halfway line. And Macclesfield, if they do everything right here, they just keep the ball. Don't need to do anything fancy or clever here, do they, Macclesfield, to see this tie out?
Well, this is, the 20 minutes. Hang on a minute, here's a chance.
Superb from Slough. Getting it down the right-hand side into the penalty box they go. Can they create the chance? They're into the box and it's cleared. That was brilliant work for Slough down the right-hand side. It was Harvey Walker who was involved. He's just come on. Here's Greenwich with the challenge.
This is when you want a team full of ex-pros, Tim.
At Heathrow Airport left 5 people needing hospital care. Another 16 were treated at the scene by ambulance staff in a car park at Terminal 3. Lee Milner reports.
Social media footage showed armed officers arresting a man on suspicion of assault. He remains in custody while police search for other suspects. Police say arguments broke out among a group of people who were known to each other. The force said it was an isolated incident and was not being treated as terrorism or protest related. 21 people were treated at the scene and none of their injuries is believed to be life-threatening. TfL says rail services have returned to normal, but passengers should allow extra time when travelling.
The government has announced plans to fund 350,000 training and work experience places in response to rising youth unemployment. Figures show almost 1 million young people are neither in work nor in formal education. The UN's nuclear watchdog has warned that the containment structure around the former Chernobyl reactor is no longer able to fully block radiation. Inspectors say a Russian drone strike in February caused a fire. Germany's Chancellor Friedrich Merz has reiterated his support for a two-state solution as the best way to end the conflict in Gaza. He held talks in Jerusalem with Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, focusing on the next phase of the US brokered peace initiative. At least 25 people have been killed after a fire swept through a nightclub in the Indian state of Goa. Most of those who died were members of staff, but the victims also include 4 tourists. Our reporter Davina Gupta says an investigation is now underway.
It seems that there was a cylinder explosion that happened in the kitchen, and that's where most of the bodies were found. We also know that there was a dance performance on the top floor, and when the smoke started coming in that room, several of them tried to rush. There were narrow passageways because of which they were trapped. The Chief Minister of the state who visited the site has said that there was poor ventilation, there were congested passageways which led to more casualties.
The final race of the F1 season is taking place in Abu Dhabi. Lando Norris dropped to third in his bid to land a first F1 World Championship after his McLaren teammate Oscar Piastri moved up to second behind Max Verstappen. The former McLaren driver Bianca Bustamante says she's delighted her former teammates are in the running.
Watching a team that's gone from really rock bottom, the past 2-3 years, they could barely score a point, barely finish the top 10, and all of a sudden, they're like this, hard-working team and really up there and gunning for it. I must feel and sympathise with them right now, how much pressure they have on themselves, because I know how much they wanted to win a Drivers' Championship, and the fact that they're so close to it right now in the moment.
And that's the BBC News. It's 3 minutes past 2.
Thank you very much. Let's get the travel with Fiona.
Thank you, Gabby. And taking a look at the roads, first of all, if you're heading for Heathrow Airport, do allow extra time for travel following police incident earlier on. The M4 Heathrow Spur Road is fully open southbound from the M4 main carriageway at Junction 4 to the airport, but delays have eased on my camera. Some congestion remains on the surrounding routes following the earlier incident, particularly for the M25 clockwise, which is slowing up from just after Junction 13 at Staines up to 15 at the M4. In addition to this, one lane is closed on the M25 clockwise at 14 at Heathrow following the breakdown. So the advice from Heathrow is to allow extra time when travelling to the airport and to check the status of your flight before setting out. Now, staying with the M25 clockwise between Junction 24 Potters Bar and 25 at Enfield, it's looking slow after a recent collision. Kent and the M20, that's partly blocked London bound between Junction 2 at the Rooton Brands Hatch Circuit and Junction 1 at Swanley after collision there. In West Sussex Worthing, the A27 Upper Brighton Road is partly blocked eastbound between Lions Way and Church Lane after an accident. And in Nottinghamshire, Woollerton, the A52 Clifton Boulevard is closed for weekend works from Woodside Road to Middleton Boulevard, so do expect delays in the area. And Manchester, the M66 is restricted southbound at Junction 3 at the Pilsworth Road. The exit slip is partly blocked after breakdown. Taking a look at public transport, there's no GWR between Weymouth and Westbury because of staff shortages. No Great Northern between Hitchin and Cambridge because of overrunning engineer work, and delays of 20 minutes for Avanti West Coast and London North Western between Rugby and Milton Keynes Central because of overrunning works. And no South Eastern service today at Charing Cross.
It's a moment, couldn't it? Because 22nd in the National League South, everything to play for in the FA Cup, things not going to plan in the league. This is a big moment.
Louis Lacey's off and Brandon Lee is on for Macclesfield to see out the game. 13 minutes left. Here comes the Dubois free kick from the edge of the Slough penalty box. Headed forwards again. Macclesfield working it. Elliott will chase this one. Greenwich needs to make sure he's on it. Dubois could have picked it up and went for his feet instead. Scott Davis gets across and keeps it in play. That's good work from the Slough player manager. Here's Dubois again. This time he had to kick because it was a clear back pass. The Macclesfield player Whitehead goes straight beneath an aerial ball. Perhaps a bit of tiredness kicking in, Aidy?
Yeah, possibly. A bit scrappy now, isn't it?
Yeah.
That'll suit Macclesfield. All they got to do is run the clock down.
For 12 minutes. The throw goes back to Dubois, the keeper. Right-footed, he pings it. That's a good clearance from the Slough goalkeeper. And then, given away. That's a bad giveaway as well. Trouble here, because Macclesfield are on the break over the halfway line. They end up overrunning it. Davis should be able to win it back, and he has. That's got to be a foul. Free kick to Slough. And that was interesting. So Scott Davis actually found himself a bit more advanced there, and I was thinking this could be good for Slough, the way it's breaking. But I definitely think it's going to be worth pushing him up, isn't it, in the last 10 minutes?
Without a doubt. I don't know what his options are, Tim. Obviously, you spoke to the captain on Friday. He's out for a couple of months.
Yeah.
You know, that would have obviously been an option, but Scotty has got that quality, and it's wasted sometimes as a centre-half. No disrespect, I played my whole career there. You know, someone's so good on the ball, you want him further up the pitch.
Scott Davis with a free kick from the halfway line, headed back and out wide on the left-hand side. Here comes a loopy cross into the Macclesfield penalty box. Firmly volleyed away, and there's some more shirt tugging going on. That'll be a free kick. Tariq Clark, not very subtle there. Macclesfield take the free kick in the wrong place. The referee calls them back, the edge of the centre circle. It's all useful for Macclesfield because the clock is ticking. 1-0 up. The Silkman.
Substitution for the Rebels coming off is number 7, Tariq Clark.
So Tariq Clark is coming off.
Number 8, Jaden Drakes-Thomas.
And Jaden Drakes-Thomas is replacing him.
Coming off 24, Ruben Shackpoke.
Didn't do much, did he? Ruben Shackpoke, who's also coming off. Being replaced by I'm just having a look on our list here. We'll bring confirmation.
29.
Yes, well, I think we've got some issues with the numbers, but anyway, we're good. Ruben Shackpoke is off, is what you need to know. Didn't have much of an impact.
No, didn't have much service, in fairness, but he'll look at that game back, which he will. He'll watch it tonight. These boys would have had sleepless nights last night, Tim.
Here's Johnson, tripped by Davis, free kick. It was out wide on the left-hand side as Macclesfield attack. High up in the Slough half, and this is definitely shifting away from now into the last 10 minutes, and the belief seems to be ebbing away a little bit.
I used to have sleepless nights, you know, going into the third round as a professional, let alone as a non-league player, semi-professional player, rewriting the record books.
Yeah, an opportunity
you might not ever get again, by the way. You know, you could play a professional career for 25 years, if you like, 20 years, and never get a chance of a decent FA Cup run. I was lucky I got to a semi-final.
Mellor with the free kick, wide on the Macclesfield left-hand side. Last 8 minutes of the game. Drops it into the top of the penalty box. Shot comes through the crowd and misses. That was nicely worked. One from the training ground. But Macclesfield without the shot on target at the end of it.
You can do that when you're down to 10 men or playing against a team with 10 men because there's gaps.
Edmondson there. He wasn't far away.
By the fact that I said I got through to an FA Cup semi-final tells you that obviously I got beat. Otherwise I'd have told you I got through to an FA Cup final.
Well, I was guessing that was the case.
Well, clearly.
Yeah, well, I did know from previous conversations.
Have I mentioned it before?
You might have done. You played at Villa Park.
It was Arsenal against Wolverhampton Wanderers at Villa Park.
Oh, yeah, I see.
It may as well have been a home game for Wolves.
I was paying attention.
You know, a neutral ground, Villa Park. Wolverhampton's only up the road.
Well, Reading had a FA Cup semi-final against Arsenal. That was at Wembley.
It was.
2015. Steve Clarke, the now Scotland manager in charge of Reading.
Pogrebniak had a great chance, you remember?
Yes, towards the end. And
you know what it'll be memorable for? What's the one thing you think of? FA Cup semi-final, Reading against Arsenal.
Oh, lots of things I think of.
Think of the goal.
Like the Gareth McCleary goal or the other goal? The
Adam Federici mistake.
Yeah, he was getting married, wasn't he, on the day of the final?
A Reading legend.
Yeah, terrific goalkeeper. It's Macclesfield passing the ball up the pitch and into the Slough penalty box, and here's the shot from Johnson. It's not far wide. Just went a little bit too high for Macclesfield. But really, Slough in this second, the first half was really even. The second half, Slough haven't got the ball into a dangerous position at any stage.
7 minutes remaining. At any point, any stage, have you thought Slough Town have thrown the kitchen sink?
Not really. It's more difficult when you're down to 10, isn't it?
Obviously,
still got to give it a go. 2,500 is the attendance.
That's 1,000 more than the first round against Altrincham.
Yeah. Well, we'll wait and see the draw tomorrow. As things stand, it'll be Macclesfield in that draw. Here's the ball downfield from Dubois. It bounces through. The keeper's got to jump and take, and he does, and then he drops down to the ground to use up a few more seconds. That's the most urgent thing the goalkeeper's had to do in this second half.
My man of the match for Macclesfield will be their centre half, number 5.
Yeah, just dealt with everything, really, hasn't he?
Yeah, he won't get it. You know, Elliott will probably get it for scoring the penalty.
Dubois sticks another one to Meniezi. Oh, he's missed one there. 80's man of the match, and into the penalty box Slough go. And it's given a penalty. Slough have been awarded a penalty, and that's controversial as well. So Meniezi with the mistake on the edge of the Macclesfield penalty box. Slough just bundled their way through, and it's a yellow card for Lewis Fensom, and an opportunity here for Slough. Makoski will take the penalty. There's going to be a bit of a delay before that happens. Aidy's having a look at the replay. It looked pretty innocuous, but there again, I wasn't convinced by the one at the other end of the pitch either. Oh, what does that noise mean, Aidy?
It means I'm not sure.
Okay.
It means I'm not sure, but I'm pleased.
Well, not yet. Makoski needs to finish from the penalty spot and most probably put the game into extra time.
Yep.
5 minutes left. Makoski having a long chat with the referee. The goalkeeper's just walked off. It's nerve-wracking, isn't it? Victor Makoski.
Scored in the previous round.
Yes. Needs to score here to keep Slough in the FA Cup. So Slough 1-0 down. 4.5 minutes left of the 90. Makoski with the penalty to make it 1-1. Here comes Victor Makoski, right-footed, scores! The Rebels fans delight in that. Makoski, a confident penalty to the keeper's left-hand side. Celebrations, and now what can 10-man Slough do? Can they find a winner?
Do you think we'll ever see a referee AI? And I'll tell you why I say that. Because I am convinced the referee gave that penalty because he gave Macclesfield a penalty.
To balance it out.
Now, I'm not saying it was a right, wrong decision or anything like that. I'm not saying anything too controversial, but if there was no emotions involved, i.e. AI, then I don't think that would have been a penalty. I know that sounds daft, but you get what I'm saying.
I thought they were both soft.
First one was definite. I would put my neck on the line and say I'm not surprised at all. I think I would have given the first. I'm not sure I'd have given Slough that.
I thought they were both soft.
Yeah, soft hands.
There we are. We're at 1-1. And anything's possible. Still got 3 minutes of the game.
And we're doing extra time ourselves.
Yeah. We don't mind that. We're enjoying it here at Arbour Park. We'll enjoy it all the more if Slough can find a winner. That was unlikely, wasn't it, against the run of play, that goal.
Can you imagine now the chances that Macclesfield have missed?
Yes. And Dubois saves.
Don't forget, it's still 10 men.
Yeah, exactly, and that's key. You do think if you can get a free kick or something up around the edge of the Macclesfield box, you're probably your best chances the next 3 minutes if you're Slough, isn't it? As half an hour of extra time approaches, that looks...
If they get through the next 3 minutes, I can assure you they'll park the bus for half an hour.
Yeah, but you just think if they're going to go and win it outright, Slough, it might need to be now. Here comes the cross from Macclesfield into the box. Scott Davis heads away. Slough try and keep the ball in. Johnson shields it. He's being forced out towards the corner flag on the left-hand side. Here is Johnson running infield. Slough won it back, and it's a good clear. Look at the goalkeeper for Macclesfield. He's miles out. You don't want the ball to drop to Scott Davis when the keeper's that far out. That'd be a way to win a tie, wouldn't it? Macclesfield in possession. I wonder if Scott Davis has picked that. The fact that the goalkeeper is unnecessarily a long way out. Because if it drops to him on the edge of the centre circle,
he'll have a go.
It would be worth it.
Definitely have a go. What about my man of the match made a howler? Didn't he?
It's unnecessary, isn't it, their goalkeeper being that far out? Surely.
Well, yeah, he's playing as a sweeper. They're trying to make it 12 outfield players against 9 outfield players for Slough, wouldn't it?
Wow.
If you work it out, it's 11 against 10 with him. It's 12 against 9 outfield players.
Macclesfield striker's gone down with some sort of injury. So, for them, I mean, is the momentum with Slough, or that's a difficult call to say?
I don't think it is.
I don't think so either, even though they've scored most recently.
No, I think all they're looking at the clock, see out the next 2 minutes, plus the added on time, park the bus, go to a penalty shootout. If you offer Scotty Davies now a penalty shootout, and snap your hand off him.
Lando Norris is in the best position. Is on course for the driver's title. He's currently third in the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix.
Although it's gone to the wire, all he's got to do is finish in the top 5, isn't it?
Is that easy?
For Lando Norris, I think, in the car, yeah.
Okay.
I think I could finish in the top 5.
There speaks a man who confidently drives down the M4 regularly. But otherwise he's totally unqualified.
What would that be like? That would be like Manchester City qualifying for the Europa League.
Would it be if you say you're 1-0 up away from home and you're completely in control of the game against 10 men at Slough? Would it be like that?
No, and I'll tell you why. Because in Formula 1 there's a third party, and it's the car.
Well, the third party here was the referee.
Well, it's the car.
Okay.
And the car's been so reliable all year. Put it this way, you wouldn't have got a decent price on him winning, would you? Top 5. He's been winning second, third all year.
The fourth official has indicated there will be minimum of 9
minutes.
9
How
minutes.
on earth is there 9 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this game when we only had 1 at the end of the first half? Duffy has come off
9 minutes
for Macclesfield, and Isaac Buckley Ricketts, let's hope he's got a Rickett in him, is coming on for Macclesfield.
Very good.
Thank you. You used the word Rickett earlier on.
Who did?
You did.
Did I?
Yeah. So 9 minutes. Well, I don't know if that's good news or bad news for Slough. It's bad news if they can't find a winner in this 9 minutes, because they've got 10, and it's going to be a bit of a toil, isn't it, to play all those extra minutes with only 10, but it does give them an opportunity to try and get it done. I think they've got to go hell for leather here.
I can assure you they won't.
No, I think they should.
I would if I was Macclesfield.
Yeah. Out to the right hand side the ball goes. It's Macclesfield in possession. Tricky wing play, well won back by Slough. They've got 3 against 4 now. Slough power over the halfway line. We've seen some good challenges there, haven't we? Some good tackles. There have been 2 in the last minute. Macclesfield with the last one. Greenwich comes across, tidy as a defender, knocks it down the left hand side, and the ball swung out of play and then swung back into play. So it's a throw to Macclesfield on the halfway line.
Why does 9 minutes of added on time feel different to when you look at the scoreboard on a normal game when it says 81? Work that one out.
I will. Out to the left. Nope, Whitehead goes into the middle instead. Macclesfield in possession from the centre circle. Out wide to the right hand side. Macclesfield try and drive in the cross. It's blocked by the defender and spins out of play for a Macclesfield corner. Just trying to hang on for 39 minutes is not the way forward here, is it, for Slough?
No. Just going to text the restaurant, put the old table back half hour.
Okay. What time are we on the Sunday afternoon? 2:20. Got 7 minutes of stoppage time left. Here's a Macclesfield corner from the right hand side. Davis heads it away, headed back into the Slough penalty box. It's going to drop, and they were a bit lucky there with where that ball ended up in Dubois' hands, the goalkeeper for Slough. Davis is down. He's struggling here. What's the issue? He wants to drag himself back up. He doesn't want to have treatment. He got a whack, I think, in the left calf, perhaps.
At least it's a whack.
Yeah,
it's not a muscle
strain. But it's going to be a long period of extra time for him if that is where we're going.
This has got to be his biggest game of his career, hasn't it? Scotty Davis,
well,
as manager.
He said to me, because of his age, he feels it's his last opportunity to have a really big stage match. So the third row, that's handball, referee, on the halfway line. And then the ball is punted out anyway by Heathcote, the central defender for Macclesfield. So Slough will take a throw on the halfway line. He missed a handball there, though, didn't he?
I think so.
Here comes the throw, up and over the halfway line. Slough get it forward down the right. Macclesfield clear. And a good win by Slough. Right hand side, trying to shift the ball. That's good work. Bundled off the ball. Slough have penned Macclesfield in, but now the release, the diagonal out of play on the far side of the pitch.
All of a sudden, Macclesfield look average again, don't they?
Well, yeah, they've been dragged down. In fact, since they've been reduced to 10 men and since they gave away that equaliser, it's been a more even contest again. Can either team muster a winner? Still got 4.5 minutes of stoppage time remaining. Slough get it forward into the Macclesfield half. You just need a little bit of magic from someone, don't you? And they can book Slough's place in the third round of the FA Cup. Macclesfield play it forwards. Greenwich is there to clear. Flicked on up towards the halfway line. Good win on the halfway line. Slough will win a free kick here. And here's an opportunity. And there's some pretty angry reaction. It's because it's Lewis Fensom who got a yellow card. He was the one that tripped the player. It was pretty high risk, wasn't it, from Fensom on a yellow card to land a challenge like that on the halfway line.
There's one or two.
Here's a free kick taken, slid down the left-hand side. Here comes the cross, decent-looking cross. Keeper has a flap. What a chance for Slough. The cross came in from the left-hand side. It wasn't dealt with by the keeper. And maybe that'll be Slough's best chance.
That was a great chance. Talk about balls in the box. That was a brilliant ball in the box.
Johnson for Macclesfield. He's strong. Gets a most gentle hand on the back of the player, and the referee penalises Slough for that.
He's been a handful, hasn't he, Johnson, when he's come on?
He's strong, isn't he? Powerful player.
Direct. I thought it was a booking, though, Tim.
Yeah, and that would have been a real game changer because it would have been 10 against 10.
Absolutely.
Going into extra time. So the free kick, Whitehead for Macclesfield, 25 yards out.
We've only got two players in the box. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, they're just taking their time to get the big central defenders forwards. 2 minutes of stoppage time left. 1-1 is the score here at Arbour Park. Edmondson of Macclesfield over the free kick. Left-hand side, 15 yards outside the Slough box. Glancing header away. And then Macclesfield's pass back into their half to the recently introduced substitute. He's a bit overhit. Into the centre circle the ball goes. Macclesfield in possession. Options out wide to the left with Johnson. Johnson receives it now, has a run at the defender. Defender does well. The Slough defender stands his ground. Jared Myers working well there. Here's Whitehead across the halfway line and out to the right hand side. 1 minute left. No, 2 minutes left still 2 minutes left of stoppage time. Johnson for Macclesfield darts in off the left hand flank, knocks in a good looking cross. Davis, the player manager, is underneath it. They get it out to the right hand side. They're struggling to clear their lines a bit here. Fensom, here's a delivery from the Macclesfield right hand side, headed down, and now Slough can clear. And just need one mistake perhaps from the Macclesfield defenders. No, there's a mistake from a Slough midfielder. Sticks it out of play. It was Harvey Walker, the substitute. Time ticking. We've only got a minute left, Aidy. Looks like it's going to be extra time.
I think so.
Out to the right. Fensom slides in the cross. It's cut out on the corner of the Slough penalty. Right, this is it. 1-1. Over the halfway line, Slough take it. They need a pass. There's a foul. and it's going to be another yellow card. That's Manny Mellor who gets a yellow card this time for Macclesfield. And they've got big targets, and they've got the quality of Scott Davis on the free kick, and they're into the last minute at 1-1. Free kicks from the edge of the centre circle. Look at all those balloons coming on to distract the goalkeepers.
Awkward position though, isn't it, really? It's
very central.
Yeah. Tough.
And they're holding a high line, aren't they, the Macclesfield defenders? We're going to have a moment or two whilst the goalkeeper runs around to burst all the balloons. Where are all those balloons coming from? We had lots of this earlier. It sounds like a fireworks display going on, but there's a defender who missed the balloon when he tried to stamp on it. Well, the fact that Slough reduced to 10 doesn't make any difference now, does it, on this set play? Here's Davis, knocks it in towards the top of the Macclesfield penalty box. It bounces around, a bit of head tennis. Can it drop for a Slough player? It's still on the edge of the Macclesfield penalty box. Still Macclesfield struggle to head it away. Straight up in the air goes that one, and here are Slough keeping it high up on the pitch. It's a half chance for Slough. Into the penalty box they go. Still can't get the shot off. Now they can through a crowd. It's still not dropped for Slough. Can't get the ball shifted into a shooting opportunity, and then there's trouble up the other end, and Maya did well. There's the final whistle, 1-1, and Slough, well, it's a difficult game to call this, Adi. Slough did have a couple of chances late on there.
Well, that cross, which was as good as cross as you'll see, I said that about the one in the first half on Macclesfield, but Slough Town in the dying seconds, Tim, and he added on time, went right across the face. I actually think the striker missed it rather than the defender getting a touch, but an incredible finish. I mean, let's just be grateful for small mercies. I didn't think, halfway through that second half that Slough were ever going to get back in the game after Macclesfield took the lead, and obviously Slough Town reduced to 10 men. I was going to say full time here, but after 90 minutes 1-1, what do you think now then? Do you think there should be a replay? Are you all for replays? Do you want penalties? Do you want extra time and penalties? Or do you think if you were Macclesfield taken back to what is it, Moss Road, is it, I think, where they play?
I think Macclesfield will want to get it done today whilst they're up against 10 men, surely. But yeah, it's difficult, this one. It's the leasing.com stadium is where Macclesfield play.
Is it? That's
that's the sponsor name.
That's the sponsor name, because Moss Rose.
Yeah, that's the traditional name.
And it's an artificial pitch, and you can actually tell, can't you? You can tell that Macclesfield, can play on this surface. They play every other week, whether it's the Leasing Stadium or Moss Rose or whatever. But I mean, the second half was a decent game. The first half I thought was dour, it was drab, it was poor. I think, it was a game of chess. Everyone was trying to weigh everyone up a little bit, and we were lacking action. But fair play to Macclesfield. Second half, they took the game to Slough. They got their noses in front. They should have been 2 or 3 up. They didn't. And all of a sudden, Tim, someone once said it's a funny old game.
I'm just watching what happens in the Slough ranks. So we've got these team talks on the pitch, as they always do when we go into extra time at the end of the final whistle. When the final whistle's been blown, we've got a team talk on the pitch, and the player manager Scott Davis has got to find some energy to whip up his troops and motivate them, organise them with 10 men, and he's in the centre of the huddle now. It's really tough though, isn't it, being a player manager in this sort of situation? This is where you'd like to have a bit more energy, and you don't have to worry about your own game. You'd ideally have watched the 99 minutes rather than been in the thick of it.
Yeah, because a tactical decision now is more likely to, I think, to win you the game than I don't know, what is it, 21 tired legs out there, because fatigue will kick in. Don't forget, these are semi-professional, non-league football. They've all got jobs Monday to Friday. I'm sure a whole range different jobs. They'll be going to work tomorrow morning, a little bit aches and pains, limping into work, whatever they do. So fatigue will come into it, and we know if you're fatigued, if you're tired, you start making bad decisions.
And the only thing I'll pick you up on is 21 tired legs. Is it 42 or 21 out there?
Very good. Very good.
Otherwise, what you said was bang on.
Thank you. They taught you that at Bradfield as well, did they?
Brilliant.
To be sarcastic.
No, just good at counting legs.
Oh, I'm good at numbers, figures. I'm quite good at.
Your arithmetic is excellent.
All sportsmen, I think.
British driver Lando Norris has won his first Formula 1 World Championship in the last few moments, whilst we were nattering away. And here we wait for the restart. 1-1, but Slough down to 10 men crucially. That's the key, isn't it? So 1-1, Slough against Macclesfield, second round of the FA Cup. But Slough have only got 10 on the pitch, and it could have been 10 against 10, couldn't it? Could have been balanced up in that final few moments.
Easily. I was just looking then because the TV people got involved. Obviously, the TV cameras are here, and the referee was going over, what would it be? I don't know, producer, director, whoever it may be, and we were getting the time schedule. When should we start this first period of the extra time or whatever?
The adverts, you see.
There you go.
It's all the money in the background.
Don't get that with us, do we?
No adverts with us. Some people wish that when you and I are on the radio, Eddie, there were adverts.
Yeah.
We're waiting for the referee to restart the game.
No mucking about. It's a quick turnaround, isn't it?
15 minutes each way.
Quick turnaround. Here we go. He's coming over again. Let's have a little look at this one.
Yeah, so we're both going to stand up.
Oh!
And, the referee has a chat with the TV director.
Cereal commercial at the moment, apparently. I just heard him say.
There are three of them down there. TV people. Telling us when we can and when we can't watch football. So, we're just about ready to go for the first period of extra time.
Wouldn't have it any other way, Tim. When I was growing up, 3 channels. 3 channels. You couldn't watch a game of football in either of them. Any of them.
The referee just counting out, checking we've got the right number of players on the pitch. Let's crack on.
How many channels were there when you were growing up?
Same as you.
3? No, you had 4.
No, I grew up.
Countdown was on, wasn't it?
Here we go. Extra time, the first period. Back to Scott Davis. Slough getting things started. 1-1, and it is the key, isn't it? They've got that man advantage. Yep. Can they make it 10? It's not always as straightforward as it should be.
No, I honestly believe that Slough will park the bus, and rightly so.
Because pay for penalties now.
Absolutely, 100%.
Oh,
look how deep they are now.
Yeah, it's they've got 2 banks of defenders. They've got 10 men behind the ball, and they'll try and pick it off. They haven't got much to aim at up the other end. Maybe a set play, or if they can get the ball up and win something around in the Macclesfield half. But at the moment, they're sitting behind the ball, as AD says. We've had a minute of the 30 of extra time we're going to be treated to. Edmondson on the ball for Macclesfield on the edge of the centre circle, inside the Slough half. Has a look left, has a look right, and all we can see is banks of yellow shirts, all very well organised ahead. Sprays it out to Johnson on the left-hand side. Johnson's found a bit of space, and he let it roll under his foot, and out of play for a throw to Slough.
He got a bobble.
He'll have done well to find a bobble on this pitch. If you're just joining us, Slough play on a 3G artificial surface, so there aren't any bobbles.
Tim, it's like a training session now. Any pro that's been in the game a long time will tell you, often a manager will put on a session where there are literally 2 banks of 4, 2 banks of 5. Don't worry about attacking. We're not even doing a session for attacking. We're talking about getting men behind the ball and shutting up shop. And this is like a training session now.
Yeah, well, we've got a 4 and a 5 here, haven't we? Here's Johnson running in for Macclesfield, and Slough, they've gifted it back, haven't they? They should have won possession cleanly. Johnson now again from the left-hand side, crosses in, headed back towards the penalty spot. Slough clear out to the right-hand side. And can they clear? Yes, they can. But look, it's going to come straight back, and it's going to be a long half an hour for Slough's defenders if they're going to do it. You thought they'd put someone up there as a target, just to give Macclesfield something to think about.
Yep.
Otherwise,
you need an outlet, don't you?
Well, yeah, it's just it's a bit predictable, isn't it?
But that said, if you look at Macclesfield, they've still got like 4 players marking nobody.
Yeah.
So, although you're playing 11 against 10, Slough are actually outnumbering them where they need to outnumber them.
Yes. Yeah, they're letting Macclesfield have the ball until about 40 yards out and then engaging there. So it's not even a half-court press, is it? It's more like a third of the pitch where they're interested. Slough, all the men behind the ball, all 10 of them. Edmondson's 35 yards out. Passes it up towards the edge of the penalty box. Might not be the most entertaining if they carry on like this. Here's Fensom. Here's a chance for a shot. Oh, he's hit it into the top corner. The Macclesfield midfielder has pulled that one out, and that is a fantastic goal Macclesfield regain the lead. An amazing strike. James Edmondson from 30 yards out bent it in the top corner. There's nothing that Dubois in the Slough goal could do about that, and Slough now find themselves behind again.
Incredible strike. Absolutely incredible strike. Do you know what? Fair play to the lad, because all his tippy-tappy nonsense was getting him absolutely nowhere. Slough parked the bus, I understand that, and he thought, you know what, I'll have a go, and he's put a little bit of swaz on it, as we say, with his left foot. Top corner. You could put 3 goalkeepers in that goal and neither of them would have got anywhere near it. An unbelievable strike.
Yeah, he couldn't have hit it any more top corner, could he? And from that distance and at that pace, it was... Well, we talk about Lewis Wing a lot. It was one of them, wasn't it?
Charlie Savage, last game we saw at Reading.
Yeah.
Put it in the top corner with his right foot. I mean, that was a wonder strike. That was brilliant. He won't hit any better than that, Tim. I mean, we joke that's on TV. If you get a chance, make sure you watch it, because it was a Bobby Dazzler.
No one's getting a chance.
No
one watches that satellite channel.
Watch it.
So 94 minutes gone on the clock, and Macclesfield in the lead again, and so Slough now need to change their plan, don't they? They can't sit behind the ball. Here's a ball played into the Macclesfield penalty box, overhit and straight through to Dearnley in the goal there. There's a complete change-up now required for Slough, isn't there?
Isn't it amazing in sport and football? Hang on 1 second.
Macclesfield off down the left-hand side at pace. Johnson has a run at a defender, looks up, knocks in a good-looking cross in towards the waiting Elliott. Elliott is quite a tall striker, jumped and headed wide. 2-1 to Macclesfield.
That one little bit of quality that you're hoping was going to be in an amber shirt has just come from a white shirt. And how often do we watch football and, you know, everyone cancels everything out, everyone out, and then all of a sudden one little bit of magic.
Well, here comes Slough trying to find their own bit of magic and running out of space. They had loads of players around the ball there, Macclesfield. That's a great touch in the back line from Greenwich. Out wide, Slough in possession. Greenwich again. It's interesting that since the goal that's given Macclesfield the lead, actually Slough have pushed forward way more, haven't they? It's I
was just watching.
Here's Davis, diagonal in towards the top of the Macclesfield penalty box. It bounces, it's headed clear. So it's Slough who have got the majority of the possession and the territory all of a sudden. That's a decent ball down the left hand side. No one can get after it quick enough though. They do have to keep it in play, Macclesfield. And now it's cleared. Can they keep it in? Yes, they Slough win a throw. It's amazing, isn't it, how the shift of momentum now. So Macclesfield have decided to sit deep and do what Slough were doing before the goal.
Well, it proved costly, didn't it? 4 minutes before the end of the game, because Slough got back in it.
Yeah.
We talk about one bit of magic, one error, one defensive slip up. Could be the same outcome.
It could. Here comes a throw for Slough. Level with the top of the Macclesfield penalty box. Left hand side. Good sharp passing. Slough still looking energetic on the ball. Switching it back to Davis. Oh, that's nicely done by Davis, who has a saunter forward. Will he unleash from there? Or a couple of good bits of skill.
He will now.
Free kick. Yeah, and this is a free kick in Scott Davis territory. And we need to see more of that, don't we? He's clearly the player who could make the difference here for Slough.
He's got that quality, isn't he? You know, every time he gets the ball, I look at the goalkeeper and he starts backtracking because he thinks he might put one over the top of him. But this is a real opportunity again. Got to hit the target. The first one, Tim, it was on target, hit the wall, but hopefully he can get it up and over. He's got plenty of room to work with. It's not like it's 18, 20 yards out.
It's exactly 30.
Yeah,
because the wall is 2 yards outside the penalty box. 5-man wall for Macclesfield, or is it 4? It's 4. So Davis has a couple of deep breaths. His team are 2-1 down. Here he comes right-footed. It hits the wall again and bounces back out. Good pass. Well, Greenwich had the right idea to swing it out. Ball kept in play by Macclesfield. Slough got 3 players around it and they win it back on the halfway line. Walker takes it down the left-hand side. Here comes a challenge on him. He rides the first challenge. He knocks it on. The cross wasn't bad. The keeper catches it on his line, but it wasn't a bad effort from that tight angle.
I'd have gone down.
Yeah, because he did have a chunk taken out. It was a sliding tackle that was late on
and
him.
I think the Macclesfield boy was on a booking. And I think that would
Fensom. Yeah.
It was too honest. Can you be too honest?
Well, and should that count, really? The referee should see that. Anyway, here's Johnson. Johnson on the run. Greenwich is the defender trying to get back. And Slough survive another attack from Macclesfield. Put out for a corner. But yes, you're right, AD. That would really make it interesting, wouldn't it? If it was 10 against 10.
It was a bad lunge, wasn't it?
It was a bad lunge, yeah. And he had good balance. And as I said, he rode the challenge quite well. But maybe in this circumstance, it should have just gone down.
Can he get booked without giving the foul?
Yeah, I mean, strictly you should be able to, shouldn't you?
Intent.
Yeah. Right, here's the corner for Macclesfield from the left-hand side. They're 2-1 up, Macclesfield. Had 9 minutes of extra time. Slough down to 10. Here's Dubois knocking it long. Good from Makoski. Slides away from the defender, runs off down the right-hand side. There's one player in the box for Slough, and it's not there. Makoski's pass misses that one player in the box. Here's the clearance again. Dubois has come a long way out. He and Greenwich get themselves into a bit of a tight spot, but Dubois clears. Makoski again. Can't out-jump the Macclesfield central defender. Johnson carries it quite slowly down the left-hand side. Now changes through the gears and has a bit of pace. And here's his shot. It hits a crossbar from wide on the left-hand side of the penalty box. Stinging shot. And Dubois was struggling. Played in field by Fensom. Now into the middle of the park.
At least they're leaving 2 up now, Slough.
Yeah, well, it just gives them. They've got to keep 4 back because of that. Oh, and it's gone. It's reduced to walking pace. The Macclesfield players aren't interested in passing the ball, and Slough players aren't interested in closing it down. So we had the whole game stopped for a moment there. Out to the right and gone out of play. Slough throw. 20 minutes left. It's going to be a long 20 minutes. Is it? Yeah. Is there any more life in this game? It's 20 minutes, long time, isn't it? Slough win it back. And Slough running out to the right-hand side. Johnson goes with them. He's done well. He's had a good impact on the game. Johnson, who just hit the crossbar, and they're tracking back. The Macclesfield player's gone down with cramp. Tactical cramp. Is it Whitehead in the midfield?
Never heard that before, tactical cramp.
Well, I think it's a thing now, isn't it? Slough maybe will be just as pleased with the break there.
Is there any better at doing a tactical cramp than Joel Pereira?
Yeah, he's not done it quite so much since Noel Hunter's left and Liam Richardson has arrived. Since the managerial change, it doesn't seem to be a ploy from Joel Pereira quite so much now.
He does it a couple of times, doesn't he? Normally, during the game.
Here comes the substitution, another one for Macclesfield. Griffiths will come on for them. I'm just seeing who will come off. Will it be the player who had the cramp? It's going to be a slow walk off the pitch, so whoever it is.
Is with a lad with cramp, he's still got it.
Yeah, so he's milking the applause as he walks off the pitch quite slowly. Whitehead.
He was tidy in midfield. That's where they got the...
So Danny Whitehead off and Regan Griffiths is coming on.
Yeah. But that central area in midfield, Tim, I thought that's where they sort of got the foot on the ball, if you like, in words terminology. That's where they sort of controlled the game, particularly at the start of the second half. Right, so on comes Griffiths. Off goes Whitehead with the cramp. 12 and a half minutes of the first spell of extra time gone here. Slough 1, Macclesfield 2. Macclesfield's white shirts on the ball at the moment, running out wide to their right hand side. Clearance downfield by Macclesfield's Fensom, who we think's a lucky boy to still be on the pitch. Yes.
Rolled out to Davis. Davis looks up and tries to hit a very ambitious diagonal It doesn't reach the target, but Slough still got possession on the halfway line. I'm not sure Greenwich really wanted it there, but he's reacted well. And that's a really good pass forwards. Gets Slough back up the pitch. In the midfield, they've got it. 2-1 down. That's a really nice pass out to the right-hand side. Now Slough need to make this tell. That's a decent cross, and the goalkeeper backtracking. He tipped it over his own crossbar. I think that nearly embarrassed the keeper. He was caught off his line. It was whipped in. It was a brilliant ball in from the right-hand side. I don't know if it was an intended shot, but it very nearly ended up in the back of the Macclesfield net.
Only takes a second, doesn't it? Like you said, 20 minutes is a long time.
It is. Well, we've only got 16 now. And it's a corner to Slough. 2-1 down Slough. Scott Davis lines up the corner from the left-hand side. Knocks it in deep. Oh, too deep. Beyond Greenwich. And he looks a bit disappointed with himself there. Overhitting the corner.
The old adrenaline, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the last shot on the old 18th. You've got a 150, normally an 8 iron. You take an 8 iron and you go through the green. In the lake. Drop. Sclaff. 4-putt.
So here comes the goal kick for Macclesfield. They're not in a rush to take it, of course.
This will be it, won't it, when he kicks it?
We've got 30 seconds left of the first period of extra time. And it'll give Slough a chance to reorganise, won't it? The break. Wonder what they'll do, wonder what they've got up their sleeve, how they can reorganise. I'm still thinking Scott Davis further up the pitch.
There's not been one player on this pitch that I think I could give man of the match.
No.
Not one player has stood out. The centre half was until he made that ricket. Mentioned it again.
Yeah.
You can't give someone man of the match if he makes a mistake.
Not a mistake that
led to a goal.
Yeah. Over the halfway line, Macclesfield shift it. There's a late, tired challenge from Greenwich, wasn't it? Didn't really mean to knock the player over, but he just kept on running. Couldn't find the energy to slam the brakes on. And it's a free kick to Macclesfield on the edge of the centre circle. I think this will be it once this free kick has been taken. We're nearly through that 1 minute that's to be added on.
I think the director had something to do with that 1 minute.
Really? He's eyeing up another ad break, is he? On the right hand side, Slough have got it. Fensham plays it infield to Griffiths. Griffiths goes back to the halfway line. Heathcote looks out to the left hand side, rolls the ball across, and here's a chance for Macclesfield just to run it into the corner. Johnson looks like he's had enough of the extra time period, first half. Slough won it back, and then that's the right thing to do. Just have a smack downfield. Gets the keeper running back, goes out of play. Slough need to get up the pitch here, don't they? Don't want to defend too deep. It should be a whistle blown any moment. Where's he finding this? Is another? Yeah, here we go. That was a bit of a waste of time, that wasn't it?
Wasn't it really?
30 seconds of our life we won't be getting back. As the referee eventually decided to blow his whistle to end the first period of extra time. Macclesfield leading by 2-1 now.
Yeah, I mean, it's not over. You know, trust me, it really isn't over, but I think Slough do have to change it now, don't you? I mean, they got a little bit fortunate, I think. I've seen the replay. Was it, wasn't it? Like I say, I think emotions were involved because the referee gave Macclesfield one earlier, sent the lad off, so maybe he's trying to even it up without even knowing it, but they've got to leave at least 2 or 3 players up now, haven't they, Slough?
I know we've got the assistant referee doing the stretches to ward off his cramp.
Yeah.
If you were running the line, do you feel you'd need to be down there going through some rigorous stretching in the centre circle?
I'd like to think I wouldn't. I have no idea how old the gentleman is. Not that that had anything to do with it. I did my 10 miles yesterday.
Very good.
Thank you. Went for a long walk this morning.
Yeah, so did I. That's good.
Yeah.
Not the 10 miles, the long walk.
Here's one for you while we're obviously waiting for the second period to get underway. Borgness on loan from Reading. He's sort of gone through the game without me really sort of noticing too much about him. Tidy, yes.
Yeah, that's a good point actually.
Thank you.
It's we were thinking we'd enjoy trying to watch him, the young Reading midfielder Jacob Borgness. But actually, he's not been to the fore very much, has he?
Not really.
He's a player who has got his future in front of him. He's only 21 years old. I've seen him 3 times in the Virtue Trophy. Jacob Borgness, he scored against West Ham. And he needs to score against Macclesfield to keep Slough in the FA Cup. It's Slough 1, Macclesfield 2. 15 minutes of extra time remaining. Slough have just about finished their half-time talk here on the pitch. All the white shirts of Macclesfield surrounding their manager John Rooney. I think they've finished as well, and we're ready to go.
That's my only criticism, the old team sheet. I don't like the way they do the numbers.
Well, particularly if they've got them all wrong as well.
It looks a little bit mesmerising, doesn't it, when you look at that?
Yeah, there's a lot of numbers.
There's a lot of numbers, there's a lot of figures to look at. They put the numbers next to each other. So there's a number on the back of a number. It looks like 2,922. But it's not, it's 29 and 22.
Right, it's going to be Macclesfield in white to kick things off. It'll be interesting to see how these two teams play this one out. It doesn't look like any change in formation, does it, from Slough?
They've got to, Tim. They have to.
Yeah.
They will. I just hope they don't leave it too late before they throw the kitchen sink. They've made another substitution now.
They have,
Number 9's come on.
Big striker. So actually, yes, they have made a change here. This is Jordan Greenwich, who's the brother of the other Greenwich who we've been talking about, Reece Greenwich, and he plays up front. He's a younger brother, and he's a big target man as well, isn't he?
Very big target man.
So hopefully he can have the impact. It's an important role, isn't it? Now here you go on, Jordan Greenwich, you've got to show us what you're made of here. Get yourself into it. And it's headed out of play by it came off a Slough player. I thought it would have come off a Macclesfield player and been a Slough throw, but it's gone the other way.
His physique isn't too dissimilar to Akinfenwa was. Do you remember the lad at Wickham?
I do.
Big, strong, powerful.
Bulky. Here he goes now, Jordan Greenwich. I don't know how many big lung-busting runs he'll have in him. Hopefully it'll just be one that counts. Here's a big challenge coming up. Slough took it cleanly. Referee was going to blow his whistle, but the advantage has been played. Off goes Johnson down the left-hand side. Throw to Slough, taken quickly. Suspiciously like a foul throw, but referee says no, that's okay. Cleared by Slough over the halfway line. Out of play, another Slough throw. So we've got a minute gone, 14 left. Slough must score to take it to a penalty shootout, otherwise they're out the FA Cup. Played forward, that's a great pass for Slough. Down the right-hand side, they need to get men in the middle. Here comes the ball across the face of the goal, and how did he miss? Great ball in for Slough from the right-hand side, and if you're going to draw level, you've got to tuck that one away.
They had 2 bites at the cherry there. 2 strikers have missed it. Great ball in the box. He had plenty of room, didn't he, out wide, considering Slough are a man down. But 2 bites at the cherry. All you got to do is touch it, make contact.
Yeah, I think Harvey Walker was closest, wasn't he? On the near post. I suppose you could describe that as encouraging for Slough, the fact that they carve a chance like that. But nonetheless, you're not going to get many better than that in this situation. You wouldn't have thought. Right, here are Slough trying to work it down their left-hand side. They've got another throw. Midway down the left. And Macclesfield will just be a little bit startled. That last Slough chance. Here's Scott Davis out to the right-hand side. Borgness gets it wider to the right. Here's half a chance. Oh, it's ballooned up. Now someone needs to chase that. Get underneath it. There's a goalkeeper flapping at it. Ball drops. Slough will win a throw, and the goalkeeper never fancied that. The ricochet spun up in the air and landed on the edge of the 6-yard box. The goalkeeper, Max Dearnley, was off balance, and you could tell he was going to have a flap at it.
From the first minute or the 107th minute, he's never looked convincing, has he?
And definitely underneath that one. Here's Scott Davis running it forwards. Keeps on running down the right-hand side. And is he pushed over? Apparently not. The referee says he can play on, and Slough won it again high up on the pitch. Little short, sharp pass, can't control it. But Macclesfield are the ones now who are just getting panicked. And yeah, it's exactly that, isn't it? Panic has set in amongst the Macclesfield players. Here's another ball hoisted forwards. One in the air by Slough. Slough rolled it forward. Here's Greenwich with a flick on. Oh, Kamikaze, that's embarrassing. What's happened to the defender there? The Macclesfield defender's gone over. He looks like he's in a lot of pain. He was off balance. Macclesfield get the ball forward. He flicked it, Brandon Lee, into his own face, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he's hurt badly here, actually.
Yeah, I don't know whereabouts. Has he hurt his face? Or is it a shoulder? He's in a lot of pain, isn't he?
Leg. It's his leg. It's his right leg.
Oh, that's horrible to see.
The lad's already called the stretcher.
So I suspect what happened, actually, it was as he landed, it was before the ball hit his face. It was in the first instance, wasn't it? He was off balance, and I'm thinking this is a bad one. Yeah, stretcher's being called on. So, yeah, he landed awkwardly, and something bad has happened to his right leg. So, Brandon Lee, you really feel for him, don't you?
Oh,
you don't want any player to suffer that.
There is nothing worse in football.
Yeah, so we probably don't want to watch the replay, I'd suggest, Aidy. His leg buckled, and it's going to be a long delay. I know people who have watched the replay, and I think they wish they hadn't. They're not looking like they had enjoyed seeing that at all. So Brandon Lee of Macclesfield, this is a very nasty moment for him, and our thoughts with him. There's going to be a long delay in the game. The situation is that Macclesfield lead by 2-1, and I'm wondering whether this delay suits Slough better than Macclesfield, in as much as they've only got 10 men on the pitch. They can get themselves a breath for one last 10 minutes. And the thing is, Tim, we're talking about emotions with a referee earlier. They're your teammates there. Your mates have just seen you, whatever you've done to your right leg, whether it's a ligament or twist, a break or whatever it is, and that can affect you. As a team, that can affect you. You can see them down to the left of us now in the technical area. They're all talking about it. What's he done? I heard this, I saw that, this, that and the other. And it can affect you as a group of players. So, yeah. I mean, what can we say? We wish him well. We hope he's not in pain and get well, get fit soon. That's, yes, exactly what we're thinking. The doctors and the physios are there. They've got the stretcher on, and they'll be helping Brandon Lee off the pitch, but they won't rush it, and that's exactly the right way to go. Just got to take their time, haven't they? And you know what? That's the downside to this pitch. A 3G surface. Now, I'm not saying that, in this instance, I haven't seen the replay. I don't want to see the replay. But sometimes, Tim, your studs, your moulded studs, your rubbers, whatever you wear on a surface like this, can get caught, and you can go over, whether it's ankle ligaments, knee ligaments, or whatever. I don't know the situation here because I don't want to watch the replay, but that would be one of the downsides, because I've played many a time in training, many a time in domes and things like that with this 3G pitch, and that is the downside of it. So we're going to have a lengthy delay, and the players all milling around. This is difficult for both sets of teams, isn't it? So it's interesting that all the players are milling around. I think if I was a Slough team, I'd just get them all away from here, virtually get them back into the dressing room. Because possibly. What's the point? Get a ball out, maybe, just to have a feel of the ball, make a little circle, just a little feel, Well, you could all have a sit down for you're going to have another 10 minutes here, aren't we? Likely. Yeah. So I think I'll be getting them off the pitch and. I'm right in saying, Tim, you're a local man, I'm a local man. Wrexham Park Hospital's not too far away. I'd like to see him whizzed off there, this lad, and get treatment straight away. I've no doubt that's what will happen. So it's his right leg that they're going to put a brace on it before they put him on the stretcher. And then Brandon Lee will be off to Wrexham Park Hospital, I'm sure. But I'm just surprised at the reaction, all the other players milling around, being left to their own devices. At this stage, I'd thought the answer would be get them all away from there. Yeah. One last opportunity. It's really put a dampener on the whole event, hasn't it? All around the ground. Oh, the atmosphere's changed, hasn't it? Yeah. Considerable. Now, all of a sudden, and I'm in many ways a neutral today. Obviously, local. Be great if Slough can get through to the third round, but
that's a dampener now for me.
Yes.
The lad's in severe pain. Obviously, he's out for a long time now, rehab and everything else that goes. His family might be watching. You can imagine if you've got family. I had family, a wife and children that were watching me. And, many of my games, Tim, were televised, and this is televised. And it's just horrendous. It's horrible. And he's getting a standing ovation as he comes off, and rightly so. And I just hope and pray he isn't in pain.
Yeah, well, predictably, he looks absolutely shattered. He's on the stretcher, and he's being taken off beneath us with the best medical attention that they could find. That's in the best hands there, and we wish him a speedy recovery, Brandon Lee.
Oh, he's got his hands over his face. I feel for him.
Yeah. So what do Macclesfield do? I've run out of paper in terms of the substitutions.
Yeah, I've run out of permutations. Have they put somebody on?
Well, we haven't.
Or have they used?
That's what I'm wondering, whether they've used all their subs anyway, and whether it's now 10 against 10.
Is it different rules in the FA Cup?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 10 against 10, isn't it?
10 against 10.
And we've got just over 10 minutes of extra time to go. Slough need a goal from somewhere. Scott Davis comes in to clear out. So it's going to be a Macclesfield throw. It's still a subdued feel. Yeah. It should be a grandstand finish, shouldn't it? 10 against 10. 10 minutes left. Slough needing a goal to take it to a penalty shootout, but everybody's thoughts of the injured Macclesfield player.
There's more like 15 minutes left, Tim.
It's one back by Scott Davis, and it's going to be a Slough throw. We need to get the energy and the momentum back quickly here.
Energy is the word, isn't it?
Yeah.
Energy, tempo.
So Jordan Greenidge heads back towards his own goal. Scotty Davis, that's a decent clearance from him. Here comes the header from Macclesfield out of play. Quickly taken throw. Borgness on the ball, carries it out wide. Looks full of running, doesn't it? Good athlete.
Should be as well, really.
21 years old. Here's the ball out to the right hand side. Myers has a run at the defender. Can't get past him, but does win a free kick. And Scott Davis, no, he's going to stay central. This is where the ball might come out, and Scott Davis could get a crack from distance. Slough take the free kick quickly down the right hand side, trying to find the space to cross. It's gone out of play for a Slough throw, 5 yards short of the corner flag at the Macclesfield end of the pitch. Here comes the throw now. Decent distance on the throw in towards Greenidge, headed away by a defender in front of him. Borgness puts the ball back into the penalty box. Here's Greenidge again, a keeper punch. It's inside the penalty box. Slough trying to cross it. Is that a corner? No, it's a goal kick.
For a goalkeeper so iffy on crosses, I'm surprised that Slough haven't sort of thrown in a lot more, even with the high balls, even like punts down the middle, because he hasn't looked convincing, Tim.
There again, tested, but nothing coming of it for Slough. Here comes the goal kick for Macclesfield. They know that they're getting closer, aren't they? 2-1 up. Macclesfield head it on from Mellor. Scott Davis goes back to the goalkeeper. Dubois gets underneath it. He's put pressure on his defenders. They've dealt with it brilliantly. Here's Greenidge, who slides over now. He's going to have to be strong on the ground. Good bit of skill from the Macclesfield midfielder, trying to keep possession for them. Out wide to Johnson on the left-hand side. Johnson with a nice touch. Oh, and then he's nutmegged Scott Davis, and that should be a yellow card perhaps. He took him out. He was pretty late, wasn't he, Scott Davis? Very tired. The referee doesn't agree with me, though. No yellow card.
That sad incident has changed everything, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Even Scotty Davis is on his face now.
Yeah, the enjoyment's gone out of it a bit, hasn't it?
Hasn't it?
Yeah. Ball played back to the centre circle, and now it'll roll through to Dubois. That's why I was surprised they all stayed there. I thought you'd just take the players right out of it and say, look, we're going to have a chat for 3 or 4 minutes and talk about how this is your big chance.
And let's just see this.
Ball up towards Greenidge. Jordan Greenidge in the front line for Slough.
And as harsh as it is, Tim.
I said Jordan, not Gordon then, didn't I?
as harsh as it is, the game goes on.
Slough out on the right-hand side. They're high up in the pitch. Macclesfield trying to prevent the cross coming in. It's a decent cross in. In fact, they'd have been better off letting the cross go a bit further over.
Do you know what I mean when I say that? You know, take them away, get the ball out, keep the tempo, keep the energy, because ultimately you've still got 15 minutes of the game to rewrite the record books. I didn't hear what the announcer said then, did you?
It's going to be it's about how you leave the ground. It's going to be interesting to see whether Slough can create a chance or two more. Macclesfield definitely on the back foot, aren't they? Here's Reece Greenwich, have a crack, hits an absolute rocket. Here it comes out again, saved on the line.
Oh my God.
And Slough, 2 chances. Greenwich struck a beauty. The keeper flapped it away, and on the follow-up there, the substitute had his chance to make it 2-2. And the referee's coming quickly across to check that the next Macclesfield player is not injured. But that was the moment, Adi.
That was the one. That was the moment. Incredible strike from Greenwich. Kept it down. I mean, it was a humdinger. The goalkeeper, no way in the world could he choose to try and hold it. He did the right thing. He parried it out. He parried it to a Slough player. And I think he should have put it in the back of the net. Keeper double save.
Davis takes the throw into Borgness. Borgness needs to look after it. He's under a bit of pressure. And he's just about kept his footing with the defender all over him. I think he wanted a free kick, but the referee wasn't giving that. Ball played forward again. So how many minutes of stoppage time are we going to get? It's 6. I'd have thought it would be more than 6 minutes for that injury.
Greenwich has gone up now as a striker.
Yeah, here's a ball headed into the Macclesfield penalty box. It drops on the edge of the box. Here's a great chance. It falls out to the right-hand side. Here's the shot. Oh! Across the face of the goal, missing the target. Slough with a chance there. Couldn't hit the target, Jared Myers. And it remains 2-1 to Macclesfield. Well, they've given it a good go, haven't they, in this last 5 minutes?
10 against 10, don't forget.
Yeah. And now the referee...
What is he doing, the goalkeeper? Come on, get a grip.
He's found a balloon to puncture, so he's going to get a yellow card for time wasting, Max Dearnley.
The balloon was near the corner flag.
Yeah, it was an irrelevant balloon.
Not if you're that balloon, it's not. Come on, ref.
And Max Dearnley's still in no hurry to get on with it. Right. Here comes the goal kick. We've got 5 minutes left of stoppage time at the end of extra time. Slough need a goal. 2-1 down. It's knocked forwards. Slough, they've had so many decent chances, haven't they, in the last 5 minutes? What are they going to muster?
He's come back now, Greenwich. He may as well stay up there.
Well, he was the one, wasn't he? It sat so nicely for him on his left foot, was it? From 20 yards out. Here comes Slough again, streaming down the left-hand side. Here's the cross into the 6-yard box. It's turned out for a corner to Slough. Not over yet, this.
We mentioned it about 5 minutes ago. Macclesfield are panicking. And you can sense that, can't you, as an opposition player. You can think, well, hang on a minute. They are panicking. They're getting deeper and deeper. Their clearances...
Jaden Drakes-Thomas with the corner from the left-hand side. 4 minutes of stoppage time left. They need to get an equaliser here, Slough. It's gone over the heads of all the attackers and the defenders. Greenwich peels off. Reece Greenwich into the penalty box he goes. Tries to shift it. Defender goes with him. Slough still have it inside the box. Here's a spin. There's a shot. A block. And scuffed away by Macclesfield out for a throw. And Slough still on the front foot. There's another injury to a Macclesfield player. And there's a lot of Slough players and Macclesfield players surrounding him. I don't think there's much wrong with him. He'll be back up on his feet in a moment. Desperate stuff from both teams. Yeah,
I mean, at least Slough have had a go. You know, I'd have hated the game just just sort of to a lull. It come to a lull after the injury, and the lad got the bad injury and he was stretched off, and then all of a sudden I'm thinking, go on, have a go. You still got to have a go. There's a chance of making history, rewrite the record books.
Jordan Greenwich, who towers over the referee, is being spoken to.
Not about size, is it? Not in that situation. There's only one lad with the whistle.
Yeah, and the cards, but neither of the cards, the red or the yellow, shown to Jordan Greenwich. Right, here comes the throw from the right.
Love it to go right underneath the goalkeeper, under the crossbar, but he can't go that far.
Chance for Dubois to knock in a cross on the right-hand side. Here he does. That's the goalkeeper. Oh, he wasn't far away. It's going to be a free kick for Macclesfield on their goal line. That wasn't a bad effort from the Slough goalkeeper Dubois from the right-hand side.
Not a bad ball in, but ultimately, Tim, it's gone into the goalkeeper's hands, hasn't it? And don't tell me they're in a Slough outfield player that could have done that. I know he's got good distribution, Dubois, but in the end, you know, we've given him a little bit of stick, haven't we? The Macclesfield goalkeeper all day. He actually claimed that one well.
He did catch it well under pressure, wasn't he? He's not in a hurry, Max Dernley. There hasn't been much football, so we're meant to have 6 minutes of added on. We've had 4 of them officially, but I reckon we'll get an extra couple for the stoppages during this period. Slough need to get the ball back up the other end ASAP.
Offside.
Yeah, okay. And Greenwich wants to take it quickly. And Greenwich just gets across and shoves over Mellor. Back across to Scott Davis, the ball goes. Maybe one last roll of the dice for Slough. Davis goes across to Rhys Greenwich. Greenwich has a look for it. He's just inside the Macclesfield half, wide on the right-hand side. Macclesfield have defended a bit higher up this time. That's a silly one. Rhys Greenwich, that was tired, wasn't it, there?
Bad decision.
Yeah, and that's given Macclesfield possession. Lots of chat back to the referee. Here comes the free kick from Macclesfield, but only after the referee's come across to check Johnson's all right. Johnson's holding his neck. Time ticking by, and Slough nearly out the FA Cup. And we've got 30 seconds left officially. I reckon we'll get a minute or two more, maybe.
Hope so.
So perhaps one last chance for Slough to get the ball up in a dangerous position and get an equaliser, because they're 2-1 down at the moment. Slough.
Centre forward here, Elliott, playing left back.
Yeah, he's taking a free kick. One back by Greenwich. Out of play the ball goes for a Macclesfield throw. Some of the Slough fans have seen enough. They think it's all over. High risk, isn't it, leaving now? Could miss the whole story.
I know people did at the SCL when Reading were leading Carlisle 2-0.
Yeah, I wish I had on that occasion. Here's the throw. And it drops for Macclesfield, who win the game. A strike from the top of the box. And it is 3-1 to Macclesfield with a minute left of stoppage time after extra time. And Regan Griffiths, the substitute, wins the tie. Slough out the FA Cup. Macclesfield go through to tomorrow's third round draw. And a long campaign for Slough comes to a juddering close.
Good strike. Took the initiative, thought he'd have a go, 20 yards out, hit the target. The ball did a little bit, swerved. He hit it so well on the half volley. Dubois possibly on another day would have saved it. Hasn't really put a foot wrong all game, Dubois. You can't really blame him. And Macclesfield go through to him. Simple as that, really. Slough huffed and puffed. They never really created too many chances. They didn't really ask enough for the questions, regarding the Macclesfield goalkeeper. He looked a bit nervous from the very first minute. Couple of crosses that whizzed past. On another day, a striker would be on the end of it. But at the end of the day, you'd have to say the way Macclesfield started the second half, they probably think they deserved it.
They had that 5 minutes, 10 minutes, didn't they, Slough? They could have scored an equaliser. Great shot from Greenwich to follow up. Could have gone in, a cross from the right-hand side. They've had their chances, but ultimately Macclesfield will go through, and there's going to be a yellow card. Come on, referee. Jogging across toward John Rooney.
I thought he was the only one who didn't come out of the technical area.
Oh, he's not too fussed by that, I don't think. So there we are. We've got a few seconds left.
£6 is it? Back in my day, yellow card, admin. That was the fine, £6. It was.
That's a price he'll pay for the route into the third round of the FA Cup. So the wait goes on for Slough. This is the 9th time in the second round, and they've never got to the third round, and they're not going to change that this year. 3-1 down. Referee just seeing out the last few seconds, and Macclesfield now in the Slough penalty box. There's the final whistle. Slough out the FA Cup. They gave it a good go, but the key moments of the game, I suppose, when they were reduced to 10 men, AD, and then when Macclesfield, there was a big shout for a red card that was overturned by the referee, so it was 10 against 11 for a large chunk of the game. That seemed to be the decisive moment.
Yeah, there were moments in the game that, you know, on another day would have gone the other side of the coin, if you like, but I don't know Slough did enough to win the game, Tim. You know, sometimes emotions are raw afterwards and you say, I think we deserve to win it, but when you look back, when Scotty looks back, did he test the goalkeeper enough for Macclesfield? Probably not. You're at home advantage. I know they went down to 10 men. Macclesfield started the second half really well. They got a grip of the game. Slough Town obviously got the penalty. I thought it was a weak penalty, but they got the penalty, they converted the penalty, and we thought, here we go. And then all of a sudden, you know, that injury, you know, subdued the whole place. The atmosphere changed, didn't it? You know, all of a sudden, in a split second, the lad was in pain, agony, rolling around in agony, got stretchered off, and things changed from that minute onwards. And Macclesfield, you know, I think just about deservedly so, have made it through to the third round. Don't forget, that's the first time in their history as well.
So more reaction coming up tomorrow morning with Rich from 7 o'clock on the BBC Radio Berkshire. But that's just about us done, Edie, isn't it? FA Cup over for another year. Obviously Reading out in the first round, Slough out in the second round. So Berkshire's interest in this year's FA Cup is extinguished. And on we go. Our next encounter will be Reading against Peterborough on Tuesday night.
Absolutely. BBC Radio Berkshire live at Arbour Park. As Tim says, Tim will be back tomorrow morning from 7 o'clock, the breakfast show with Rich Clark. I'll be back Tuesday evening, 6 o'clock, midweek sport, Reading against Peterborough. Full time here though at Arbour Park. Disappointment for Slough ultimately. Congratulations to Macclesfield. Full time after extra time. Slough 1, Macclesfield 3.
And Macclesfield kick off. What an opportunity for Slough. Can they reach the FA Cup third round for the first time in their long distinguished history? Up to the halfway line, there's a runner forwards, it's Mellor. Mellor tries to get on the end of it, he goes down, and the referee blows his whistle. I think he's going to give Mellor a card for the dart. Oh, he's given a red card to the Slough player, and he's going to be giving a penalty after that. Danny Elliott prepares to strike it. Here comes Elliott. Oh, he hit the inside of the post and it rolls into the back of the Slough net. It was a terrific penalty, and he comes away to celebrate with his manager John Rooney. Danny Elliott there, putting Macclesfield 1-0 up against Slough Town midway through the second half. And into the penalty box Slough go, and to give the penalty. Slough's been awarded a penalty, and that's controversial as well. So Menyesi with the mistake on the edge of the Macclesfield penalty box. Slough just bundled their way through, and an opportunity here for Slough. Here comes Victor Macclesfield, right-footed, scores! The Rebels fans delight in that. Macclesfield, a confident penalty to the keeper's left-hand side. Celebrations, and now what can 10-man Slough do? Can they find a winner? Here's Benson, here's a chance for a shot. Oh, he's hit it into the top corner. The Macclesfield midfielder has pulled that one out, and that is a fantastic goal. Macclesfield regain the lead, an amazing strike. James Edmondson from 30 yards out bent it in the top corner. There's nothing that Dubois in the Slough goal could do about that, and Slough now find themselves behind again. Here's Reece Greenwich, have a crack, hits it, hits an absolute rocket. Here it comes out again, saved on the line.
Oh my God.
And Slough, 2 chances. Greenwich struck a beauty, the keeper flapped it away. And on the follow-up there, the substitute had his chance to make it 2-2.
For someone to tell you to go.
Here's the throw, and it drops for Macclesfield, who win the game. A strike from the top of the box, and it is 3-1 to Macclesfield with a minute left of stoppage time after extra time. And Regan Griffiths, the substitute, wins the tie. Slough out the FA Cup. Macclesfield go through to tomorrow's 3rd round draw, and a long campaign for Slough comes to a juddering close. There's the final whistle. Slough out the FA Cup. They gave it a good go.
Training season's over. If you don't wanna see me, did a full 180, crazy, thinking about the way I was. Did the heartbreak change me? Maybe, but look at where I ended up. I'm all good already, so moved on, it's scary. I'm not where you left me at all. So, if you don't wanna see me dancing with somebody, if you wanna believe that anything could stop me, don't show up, don't come out, don't start caring about me now. Walk away, you know how. Don't start caring about me now. Aren't you the guy who tried to hurt me with the word goodbye? Though it took some time to survive you, I'm better on the other side. I'm all good already, so moved on, it's scary. I'm not where you left me at all. So, if you don't wanna see me dancing with somebody, if you wanna believe that anything could stop me, don't show up, don't come out, don't start caring about me now. Walk away, you know how. Don't start caring about me now. Don't stop now. I'm not where you left me at all. So, if you don't wanna see me dancing with somebody, if you wanna believe that anything could stop me, don't show up, don't show up, don't come out, don't come out, don't stop caring about me now, about me now. Walk away, you know how, don't stop caring about me now.
Cause you're a sky full of stars. I'm gonna give you my heart. Cause you're a sky full of stars. Cause you light up the park. I don't care, go on and tear me apart. a sky full of stars. I wanna die in your arms. Cause you get lighter the more it gets dark. I'm gonna give you my heart. I don't care, go on and tear me apart. I don't care if you do. Cause in a sky full of stars, I think I see you. I think I see
I descend in silence, covering the world in ice and snow. I freeze your roads, darken your skies, and summon the storm. I am stillness. I am wild. I am unstoppable. I am winter.
Disruption to rail services through Berkshire.
The temperature is slowly getting colder.
A few patches of frost.
Face the season prepared.
BBC Radio Berkshire.